Hello, everybody, and welcome to Revelation of the Daleks, Watchalong and discussion. Hope to find you all well. Sorry that we haven't actually organised this one a little bit better, but we've been all busy during the week with our own little projects that we've had going, and it kind of got a little bit sidetracked, but we're here. We're here anyway. I hope you can all join us. We have Rabbi with us now, so I might as well just bring Rabbi on.
Hello.
Rabbi. Will be the other guests will be joining us very, very soon. So we'll just have a little bit of a chat with you first before we actually start. Where we're actually talking about Sylvester McCoy actually before we come on, because we want to actually get the next story decided before we actually start with this one today. So if anybody has any suggestions.
Well, okay.
Now, just throw in the suggestions. Me and Rabbi will look at them and we'll decide which one is the best.
The trouble with Sylvester McCoy is I think he has too many really, really good stories to pick one really easily, and you can go in a lot of different directions. Like, you know,
Well, let's narrow it down then. Let's narrow it down to
Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Is the problem being good choice? Freaking awesome story. So, yeah, let's go through the case. Okay, I think the only real contender in season 24 is Delta and the Bannermen. And still, it's a bit of a shaky one. But let's go with Dragonfire. But I think, I think season 25. Season 25, you got Revelation of the Daleks, Greatest Show in the Galaxy, Happiness Stroll. I guess that makes a cut. And what's the other one then? Oh, Silver Nemesis, forget it. And then so you got a choice of 4, and then in season 26 you got Curse of Fenric, Battlefield. Let's take Battlefield. Curse of Fenric, Ghostlight, and Survival. So we got a choice of 7 to narrow it down to.
Right.
Let's go through them again. So in order: Delta and the Bannermen, Revelation of the Daleks, Happiness Control. It next is Greatest Show in the Galaxy. I think that gets my vote. Then not Battlefield. It's what's the one? What they got? Ghostlight, Survival, or Curse of Fenric. And they're all kind of different as well. You know, there's a nice range in those stories.
Sorry, Ted was just barking there. I just had to cut the sound there for a second. He's just a bit hyper today. Here, sit on your chair. Look. Sit on your chair. There you go. Come on. He has a chair that he sits beside me on. So, yeah. You're all right, buddy. Right, calm down. Right. Yeah, so there's a load to pick from. So if you can narrow it down in the chat yourselves, guys, and kind of try to come to a consensus with each other. It'll make our lives a lot easier. We want to make the decision before we start the stream so we can go and work on what we need to work on for next week, do little promos and all that crap.
That's all good stuff.
We did no promotion for this one whatsoever.
No. I'm sorry.
We were no. What you apologizing for? We were all busy doing different stuff. We had stuff set up, so it kind of took a bit of a sideline this week, but don't worry. We will pay a lot of attention this week anyway. So if you can start, Remembrance seems to be getting a big shout. I've seen 3 or 4 comments for Remembrance.
Basically, that Dalek. That's a. Colin, I've just shared the file with you via email. I'm not sure if it's working though. No, have you been able to get that thing working? I sent you.
Why did you send it again?
No. I just want to make because I asked you had to sign up and to be able to get to it. Were you able to? Are you able to get to it? Because I'll start uploading the second episode.
Hold on, I'll see, because I tried to sign in with my Google account, but it won't let me. So I'll try this account, see what happens. I have few Google accounts. Allow. See, it says then sign up for free. But if I've already given me Google account, why do I need to sign up? That's the whole point. I don't want to sign up.
Yeah, there's it's I can connect it to Vimeo maybe. Let's see what that says.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to, because now it means I have to, see, sign in with Google, right? Hold on. I've tried to sign in with Google. It's after asking me again, so I'll try again. Irish Geek. That's the one I'm using. Sign up. No, you bastard.
What can you in the private chat? Can you tell me what email you're using, and maybe I can connect it that way?
Hold on, I've got it. I just need to fucking press the button there. Blah 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 blah. Terms and conditions. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Great. Now, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Now, where's my fucking video? Assholes. Right. Yeah, that was me. Jesus, leave me alone.
Bobby French, I'm going to ask you what you're saying. Rabbi had to comment on Rant's book. Who's Rant?
I don't know what's going on here now. Right, I think I've signed up. I'm going to try this again.
Again, in the private chat.
If not, everybody just watch it, and I'll just sit here. It's no big deal because I'm not getting. No, it's going ahead. Listen, it's going ahead because
we'll get it working. We'll get it working.
If I can't get it working, we'll just go ahead. It's no big deal. It's no
big
deal.
What email address are you using? Do you want to like send me the private chat, and I can make sure that email address gets sent to it?
It won't let me. It's saying that it's not letting me. I'm using it on my phone, you see. So no, we'll just go ahead. It's no big deal.
Oh,
no big deal.
Well, there's no other site you can get it from. Should we do another story?
No. We've decided on the story now, and I've wrote it up all over the place. It's staying as Revelate. No, leave it. As I said, it's no big deal. It's grand.
Oh.
It's grand.
It's
grand. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's all right. It wasn't, it's our fault anyway. We didn't.
Go to Daily Motion.
Yeah, but there's an ad every 5 minutes when I do it. There's something wrong with the Daily Motion that I use. I'm not using it, right? Because I'll be sitting there watching it and there'll be an ad every 2.5 minutes. No. I said it's okay. I'm not making a big deal out of it. Everybody else is. Let's just get our guests on and we'll do it. Simple as that.
So you know what? While it's starting, I'm going to try and upload it to another server, and maybe you'll be able to access it easier from that.
As I said, there's no big deal anyway. We can continue anyway. I'll just better tell Ballstreck that I've sent them the link as well, actually. He has a video coming soon, by the way, folks. That's why he's late.
Oh, cool.
He texted me last night. The Trigger Train will be back today at some stage. Yeah, they have done something to the Dropbox because normally when I do get stuff for it, it's easy. I just click it on my phone and I get it straight away. It's just, I think they have done something. See, in Europe, I know what it is. See, yous are okay where yous are in America. They've put all fucking censorship laws here in the European Union, so we can't. They won't allow me to actually get at it that way.
So no, I just sent you an email from Dropbox. Maybe it'll let you in now.
You sent me an email.
Yeah, to the from the email address that you sent me for the link to come in.
Right. I'll have a look. But you see, that's what happened anyway. The European Union put because the Premier League was given out because people were streaming all the matches illegally. So they put things in place. So now all the old pirate sites that you used to be able to watch all the movies on and all, they're all gone now. They don't work in this country. Like, I have an Android box and I can't use it anymore because they've blocked the signal on it or they've done something to it, and I can't watch. And that's what being a member of the European Union is like. They right. Let's see. We might have some joy here. So it's just the phone is too slow, so we just have to. Here we go. Is this good news? Please be good news. So I hope everybody has their copies ready. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Have we got it? Have we got it? Have we got it? I think you might have cracked it there, Rabbi.
Whoa!
I'll tell you now. Hang on now, because we don't want to get too excited. Hold on. Is it only 15 minutes long?
No.
Right. Well, I've only gotten 15 minutes.
Well, maybe it'll play the whole thing. Maybe as it goes, it'll play more. Hang on, let me see if I can play it with the sound off. Stop. There you go. Yeah, no, the version I got it's probably streaming, so it needs to buffer. So I think as you play it, it'll end up being 45 minutes.
Why did you sent me the fourth episode? Is it
right?
Well, I don't know. It's still stuck on 15 minutes, Rabbi.
I can listen. Worst case now, I'll play it, and if it stops working, it stops working. Maybe you need to refresh. I'm just going to upload the second episode as well. Wait, is it? So and also, was it Colin? Let me send it to you the same way. Maybe you can access it as well. Let me just grab your email address.
Time Lash was basically nobody wanted to do Time Lash, and that wasn't just us. It was people that were actually talking to us. They didn't want Time Lash. Time Lash was a bit of a joke, and then everybody took it seriously. We weren't going to be doing Time Lash. I don't think anybody likes Time Lash. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because we will have to probably eventually. Right, so I've went out of it to have a look again to see if it's jumped up. But
no, I don't think it's going to jump up until you play it. I think as you play it, it's going to get longer.
Right, hold on.
My guess.
That's right. We're 14 minutes in. I just want to check. Right, so no, it says you're just watching the preview. It only gives you a 15-minute preview.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's what it is. It only gives you a 15-minute preview. It's at the coming up on the screen there.
Right now, it's uploading to my iCloud account, right? So if we talk for about 10-15 minutes, it should have uploaded by then.
Right. Well, we're not starting yet anyway. We don't normally start till 7:30. It's 24.
Yeah. Let's just see if it uploads. If it uploads, great. It's about. But if
it doesn't, it's grand. It's grand. As I said, it's no big deal. No big deal at all. We'll just continue anyway.
Okay. So wait. Let's ask the chat. Season 24, 25, or 26. Let's narrow it down that way. I'm going to say 25.
Right, guys, come on in the chat. You have to be a bit more proactive. Let them know.
Although I know, for me, I really like the idea. I think it's between Greatest Show and
when it comes to the older doctors, when it comes to the doctors before these guys, it's actually much easier to pick. I think with these guys as well, because Colin Baker, I have to be honest, he's not my favourite Doctor anyway, and neither is Sylvester McCoy. So,
I love Sylvester McCoy.
I'm not really bothered, to be honest, watch his pick because, at the end of the day, it's been a while since I watched their two Doctors anyway, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise for me to see if they're as bad as I remember them.
Listen, they're not as good as Big Finish Doctor Who. They are Big Finish Colin Baker.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't like it. I don't know. I never warmed to his Doctor.
What? Looking at it in hindsight now, especially the Colin Baker years, you can just see the breakdown and the acrimony between John Nathan Turner and Eric Saywood. Or it's more like Eric Saywood just deeply hating John Nathan Turner. And by the trial season, he's just given up. And it's like, whatever, I don't care. Okay, I think we're in 25. I think we got how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 votes for 25. 4, 5. 5 votes for 25, and how many for 26? And 2. Okay, so it's 25. So okay, your choice is Greatest Show in the Galaxy or Remembrance of the Daleks. Both excellent stories.
There you go.
More traditional.
Simplify it. 2 stories. Pick one.
No, Dragonfly's season 24. Season 25, David Rayner. We're on season 25.
That way it kind of narrows it down.
I know, Jules. We give it up on 26. 26 got 2 votes. 25 got 5 votes.
So we're sticking with season 25.
And we got 2 votes for Greatest Show. Which I will make sure is uploaded before Saturday next week. So anybody needs it.
That one wins. But you have a choice between that one and what did you say with the other story? Remembrance?
Remembrance. Now, I will say, if we watch Remembrance, it's got to be the one with the special effect fix where the Dalek fires, and there's one scene where you don't see the bolt of the energy beam from the Dalek. It looks a bit weird. But do you remember what? Wait, didn't you watch Remembrance when it came out? No, were you into Doctor Who then?
Yeah, I was watching it then.
Personally, I was like excited.
Yeah, on the house. We've got 3 for Remembrance, 4 for Remembrance, 3 for Greatest Show, Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Another one for Remembrance. It looks Remembrance is winning right now.
Yeah, I think Remembrance is more. But I was so excited for that whole day. I was like waiting for it to start. And then that special effects scene where you see the soldier's skeleton as he's shot by the Dalek. I lost my shit. That was like, whoa! Love that.
Right, so Remembrance it is.
Okay, I will have without committing myself totally, I will have a trailer by tomorrow. Hopefully, I want to get the David Tennant trailer. I just realized I thought we were doing New Earth for the first David Tennant. It's the Christmas Invasion we're doing next week, right?
Yeah, it's the Christmas Invasion. We have.
I totally got it wrong. I thought it was New Earth.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but maybe we should skip the Christmas special because we're going to be doing them Christmas Day anyway. So,
that's not a bad idea. We should do. No, you know what? We should do all the Christmas specials around like that 10-day period. Do like one. It would do all of them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I was thinking getting other channels involved as well, which I thought was a good idea. Like we could show one on this channel. Well, I mean, we could discuss one on this channel. And then someone else could discuss one on their channel. That way, then everybody is getting views. And also, there might be a chance of people subscribing to each other's channels as well if every channel hosts one.
That's a great idea.
We could all agree on Christmas specials to do, and then we could do them.
Oh, you know what? You know what I could do would be really fun. I'm sure I could put together like the BBC Christmas trailers, like with the snow and all that, and the Christmas music. Then I could do that with all our channels. I'll put a lineup up. That'd be freaking awesome.
I think you should because I have to say the trailers that he's done for this channel recently, especially promoting the stream that we have tomorrow, were brilliant. I will say though, can I say something? All three trailers were great, but my favorite. But I want to be out straight here. My favorite was the fourth one.
Yeah, because that was the most Doctor Who one.
Yeah, but I did like the other two because I loved that the Enterprise and all coming through the cloud and all. That was brilliant. I have to say I do like the three videos, but out of the three of them, because of you're right, the music, it was just that din 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 din, din that music just played and set it off. It was brilliant. Just seeing the TARDIS at the start. So yeah, Rabbi did those little videos.
Well, I took the animators from other people on YouTube, far superior to me.
I have to say he did a great job. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has for the David Tennant trailer. Listen, David Tennant trailer it will be out. Listen.
Yeah, I really want to get that done by tomorrow. That's a big one.
If he doesn't have Remembrance trailer out by tomorrow, it'll be out by bloody Tuesday, Wednesday. But it'll be out.
No, I want to get it out because like the trouble is I did the other trailers and that just ate up all my time.
I know. They did. That's why I didn't. That's why I was saying, like, Rabbi was working on those other trailers, so we did get a bit distracted, unfortunately, because we had stuff going on. But we will. We're back on the ball again anyway. And we will.
Oh wait, no, tomorrow is a big YouTubing day. We got our stream with Robert Meyer Burnett, which is I'm really excited for. I'm on earlier in the day at 6 o'clock with Problem Being talking about Blake 7. We're going to be doing all the Blake 7 box sets starting from Spoils of War, which takes place in the beginning of season 3.
What day is that happening?
Tomorrow, I'm going from that stream to your stream, and then I'm going to run to Dan's stream to listen to what's it the one with Starry Eye Girl. They got that one going on at I'm not sure what time, 8 or 9. There's a bunch of
that's 8 o'clock. So you're on with me at 6.
What time are we doing?
We're on at 6, mate.
Oh, we're on at 6. Crap. Okay. Problem being, we're on earlier then. We got to start at 4. Whatever time I said, we'll start at 4, okay?
Hold on, I'll double check because I did give you the time, but hold on, I'll just double check because I know I definitely said I think it was 6 o'clock because that's when he can stream.
I thought that was Az.
No, this was Robert Meyer Burnett. Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Fine. Okay.
Oh man, because Ballstreck is on that stream with Starry as well. Has he forgotten that he's actually on with me tomorrow as well?
That's at 8 o'clock. So that's 2 hours later.
Right. Well, then that's not too. That's fine.
Fine. So the stream I'm doing with, I think we'll have to move it to 4. What time did I can't hear? Let me look at the trailer I made.
Yeah, 6
time. Hang on,
yeah, 6 o'clock. I have the time here because I'm not going into the tweets with Robert Meyer there. Yeah, 6 o'clock tomorrow.
4 p.m. Okay, fine. So I'm on at 4. Sorry, it's 6 o'clock my time. That's what I'm going to do. I'm on at 4 p.m. with Problem Being, and we're starting a series of monthly streams about Big Finish, Blake 7. That's 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. UK time.
So that's 4 to whatever time, and then you're on with me at 6. And then you will see us in the chat then with the big stream that's happening that I didn't get invited to.
Well, you haven't faced enough abuse, obviously.
I felt a bit left out. Money messing.
Yeah, you're right. I just looked at the problem being I just looked at my Twitter because I couldn't remember. I did all this on the fly on Friday. So we got those. I'm really looking forward to it because I've been trying to get myself to re-listen to Spoils of War, which is a fantastic box set. It's just fantastic. Tell you, if I send you a link to it, do you reckon you can plow through it by tomorrow?
Say that again. What?
If I send it to you, do you reckon you'll be able to plow through it by tomorrow?
Oh, you want me to join you? Oh, yeah, give it.
Well, listen, if you can.
Yeah, send it to me, man. I'll listen to you while I'm gaming tonight or so. When are you doing the stream? Hold on, is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
But
I'll probably get battered by the wife, but okay.
Yeah, it's the life of a married man, is it not? And then at some point we got to do a stream together talking about the that third Doctor audio I sent you, the which is so good. It's so freaking good, and you're just gonna love it. I know you're gonna love it. You're gonna like. Have you heard any of the Tim Trelaw third Doctor stuff?
No, I haven't. No, I'm gonna be honest.
You're gonna lose your shit. It's really good. You can tell it's not him, but it doesn't matter. It's really clever the way they do it.
Right. What are we at? 25 to 8. Right.
And let me just check the
it's only 3 parts though, isn't it?
No, it's 2 parts. I thought 3 parts as well. I was
wrong. 2 parts. Right, so 45 minutes. That's an hour and a half. So that's not too bad. You'll be finished after 9 o'clock now at this stage, Rabbi. I hope you're all right with that now, because I know you might need to get another cup of coffee into you.
Just trying to work out how to send this. How do I? Okay.
It doesn't matter. Listen, don't stress yourself.
I want to give it to you.
I'm not bothered. Seriously. Once I'm here with all you guys, I will read out some of the chat. There, you'll give me something to do because I neglect the chat.
Hang on. It says I got it. No. Oh, 1 second. I'll do that.
Now, I just want to say anyway, good luck to Dan tomorrow anyway, tomorrow evening. On your, I think you're doing on your YouTube channel, aren't you? So, fantastic. So guesting with Dan tomorrow will be Ballstreck, Gary from Neurotic, Starry-Eyed Girl makes her appearance again online. Absolutely fantastic. Mega Geek and Blue Bonnet Hoovian will be all joining Dan on the Spacebooks. Is it the Space? Yeah, the Spacebook YouTube channel. So go and check them out.
Okay, I'm just sending you another link. Oh yeah, I got it right here. So I'm going to send it to you via Twitter.
Right.
Let's see if it works.
Cool. I want to break free.
By the way, did you see that? I put out a video yesterday, just before Sabbath started. I had just enough time about the Dave Chappelle specially put on YouTube.
I watched it. I watched them talking.
Awesome.
I watched them. Yeah, he was
absolutely awesome.
He's always been like that though, but they'll come after him now. Watch.
You know what? Like, okay, I'm on the other side of the universe for him in terms of like, philosophy, right? I'm not in that camp at all. He explained it. He was so eloquent and so real and so genuine. I really I think I feel that I really understand what what's going on a lot better now. It's it was just I think it's I kind of see what the whole I really crystallized what the problem with all these like celebrities putting out that video saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry, that video, because they're making it all about them. They're making it all about them, which is it's so gross. Anyway, did you get that link?
The fucking idiots, right, are basically being on lockdown, and they don't feel like that us people basically we've been ignoring them because this lockdown has been great. We've been sick of celebrities lately, and these two videos, the Imagine video and now this video, was these poor little bastard celebrities, looking for attention. Well, listen, go back into the little boxes that you were hiding in. Nobody wants to listen to your virtual signal crap. And every single one of you that took part in that video ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing looking at it, right? And every single one of you, I will not be watching any more of your work. Okay. I promise you that. You have, listen, none of yous. And you can feck you. I'm telling you now, even I love shows like Breaking Bad and stuff. I won't be watching Breaking Bad ever again, even though I was going to review. I'm not doing it. I don't give a shit. That's
okay. No, I've just
idiot coming out with his crap. Listen for a minute, right? Sort out the issue. Use crying and taking knees and bitching about this, that, and the other is not going to solve the bloody issue. It's nothing to do with you anyway, because your skin color is white. Yeah, so stay out of it. All right, nothing to do with you whatsoever, right? There's a problem with racism around the world, and you fucking idiots want to go on virtual signal. And I've noticed as well, certain Doctor Who YouTubers that we hate anyway are virtual signaling up to their arses as well. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves as well. Right, ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And anybody that gets their child to take a knee and puts up, makes their child hold up a poster and says that this is what white privilege looks like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, and your child should be taken away from you for child abuse. Absolutely disgraceful. People have totally lost the plot over the last couple of weeks, especially. What fucking planet am I living on? Seriously. This is definitely a parallel reality, because this is not my fucking universe. I'm telling you now, because people have lauded it. I said it the other day. They've let all the loonies out of the fucking asylum, and this is what happened. This is what
they're running the show. Right. No, yeah, absolutely. I do agree.
All I just want, and listen, me and Cheryl have slightly different opinions, and it has caused a little bit of tension. I'm sick of this shit, like. Do you know what I mean? Sort out the issues that need to be sorted out. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be having arguments with my wife over this because she believes in one way of doing it, and I believe there's another way of doing it, that you don't have to virtual signal your whole fucking life.
So no, you know what we should do? We should make our own video apologizing to black people for all the douchey things white celebrities are doing.
Yeah.
We're sorry. That'll be funny. Well, I'll write this. I'll do the script, and we can just cut it together.
We should get a few YouTubers involved, and we take the piss out of them. Yeah, why not? Yes. You're right. We'll do that. That is a fucking brilliant idea. You send me my part of the script, and I'll record it on my phone and all. We'll do it. Right?
And it's just sitting around there. I'll edit it together. That'll be great. Hilarious.
We'll do it.
For our channels.
No, we'll do it. I'll stick it up on my channel as well. We'll do it. And here, listen, you have to put some music, kind of.
Yeah, I'll rip the piss out. I'll do it in black and white. Yeah. It'll be hilarious. Okay, did that link work I sent you?
It asked me to download it, so I'm gonna open it now. But it was 200 megabytes. So what I'll have to do is every copy that you send me, I'll have to delete, but yeah, I have it. I have the first 45 minutes.
Yeah,
33 seconds. 33 seconds, sorry.
Fine, I'll start uploading the second part.
One. Yeah.
So the other thing I'm really excited about, I thought this was 3 parts. It's actually 2 parts.
Well, that's fantastic.
That's great for me.
That's fantastic.
Fine. Okay, and so the next one is Revelation. Let's see if there's a. There's a very good book which is basically an index to all the Doctor. Oh, here it's right in front of me. It's basically an index to all the Doctor Who DVDs. And if there's a let's see when it came out, Revelation of the Daleks. So if there's a making of trailer, it's gonna be really easy. Maybe much easier.
Well, you can use their trailers once you just add your own little touch to it. You know, the only thing is if you do use the music off that trailer, there will be a copyright claim on it, but it won't be a copyright strike. So you won't be able to monetize the trailer if you wanted to.
I say now become monetized. My best 2 streams got demonetized.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did. They did the same. They did the same with me as well. It's ridiculous. Listen, this stream I already know is limited. We haven't even said anything that's really bad. But every live stream I do now is limited by YouTube, and every time I appeal it, guess what happens? Every time I appeal it or I request a review, I win. The only one that I haven't won is the Starry-Eyed Girl stream that we did. Obviously, the one that we did defending Starry and basically picking up for her because of the bully. They actually, Rabbi, they called that stream hate content.
How?
Yeah, they gave it a human review, and they said after the human review, we have determined that this stream fails or doesn't meet our guidelines, and then they listed hate speech and sensitive issues.
That is freaking crazy. That's freaking crazy.
And then they said to me, "Well, if you take the video down and re-edit it, we will re-review it." And I said, "No, it stays up in its full bloody capacity."
Really?
Right. At the end of the day, if they don't like, but I will say one thing. There is a YouTuber out there. He's probably known. He does be on Twitch as well. He's called Tipster News or Tipster. He was covering the Susie Liu story and other stories related to YouTubers that basically have been breaking YouTube's guidelines and been getting away with it. Well, his channel was demonetized by YouTube. And in order for him to get it demonetized, he has to take down the streams that they've asked him. Now, I've watched this guy's channel over the last couple of weeks. I only found him the last couple of weeks. I always seen him on Twitter and I wondered who he was. So I went in and I checked out his videos. He said nothing that was... Listen, if you watch his videos, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever see on YouTube. He shows plenty of evidence in his videos. Now, there is this YouTuber called Susie Liu out there. She's from Scotland, but she tries to put on an American accent. Okay. And what she was doing was she was downloading or she was live streaming or doing watch-alongs of anime, right, on YouTube.
And she got away with it?
Yeah, she was getting away with it. This is how it all happened. Apparently, someone did a video and used an image of Susie Liu, a clip of Susie Liu in a video, and he added their own bit, right? Basically, he didn't break any rules, right? He added something to the thing, but it was mostly all his stream. And of course, then she didn't like that, and she reported it. And then that person's channel ended up being, I don't know if the channel was removed, but I know the video was removed. And then, of course, found out about this. They've been covering this situation. This girl's been at it for over a year or so. And she keeps deleting tweets, deleting videos, re-uploading them. She thinks she's one of the dumbest people. And her boyfriend's supposed to study law. By the way, copyright law, right? But he doesn't. Right, they've been on the lies. But you know what the crazy thing about this is? No matter how many times they've been caught out on their lies, she still has her YouTube channel, right? She still has her supporters, right?
Because they just agree with the agenda. That's all. That's
right. YouTube. But I will say this, right? Nobody believed her at first, right? But she said that she was going to report all these channels and channels would be sorted out, and nobody believed her at first, but then Tipster's channel's been demonetized, and now all of a sudden, then the question has to be asked, why is YouTube allowing this girl who doesn't have the biggest amount of subscribers compared to the ones that have millions, why is she getting all this help? Right? And why is she getting all this backup? Right? She featured on YouTube of the year or something, YouTube highlight streamers, and it's gone to her head. And then she tried to open up this celebrity thing where she was charging $1,000 a video, $1,000 a video, because she thinks she's some sort of celebrity.
That's a lot of money.
You should check her out. She's one of the evil, and check out the videos on her. She's one of the most evilest YouTubers. And it's because of people like her YouTube are putting all these ridiculous things into place, making it harder for us to stream. It's because of people like her. Now, she's not the only one. These guys actually expose a lot of these YouTubers that basically are breaking the guidelines. But YouTube seems to do nothing about them because they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they seem to be protected. Other channels, like, for example, Rabbi, if you did that, right? For example, you put, say, copyright material in, but you didn't know about it, but you still put it in, your channel would be flagged straight away and you would get a copyright strike. That's the way it works, yeah? It happened to me. That's the way it works. Oh, no, not with her. Wait, you see the amount of anime that she's put up on our channel. She's taken down loads as well. It's unbelievable. I don't know how she gets away with it, but she's crazy. Right, we're 41 minutes in, so what we'll do is we'll give it a few more minutes to see if Balltrack
honestly, I'm really kind of happy hanging out, chatting for a bit. I've just come online like an hour and a half, like under an hour and a half ago.
I know,
so
you don't mind having we'll give Balltrack another 10, 15 minutes to see where we get in the video. And he did say, like, we can start, and he would we just tell him where to pick up. But I'd rather actually have him here from the start because you know, that's the way.
We're going from. This is basically sequels. We're going from Dalek story to Dalek story.
Yeah.
Now, this is really cool. Then that's good news. Right, because this story sets up the whole Dalek rebellion revolution.
Mm.
And if you want, you can. There's a Doctor Who comic story. Oh, what's it? Just got.
Balltrack's video is just at the drop-in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I just got a.
Which means he's gonna be here any second now. So we probably will get the start at 8 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good. Great, and so part 2 is uploading now, and you got part 1.
I have part 1.
Colin P. Smith, you got part 1 as well. I sent it to you. See what he says. Hopefully so. I'm really psyched this was a 2-parter. I thought it was a 3-parter.
As well, just to let people know, just in case anybody comes into the chat and see that they're not moderator anymore, there are some people that I removed as moderator because they haven't been here. So it's best that I have moderators that are actually here every night, the likes of Daniel and Chris and Super John and stuff like that, because, you know, the channel has been targeted and we need moderators that, you know, have the time to actually do it. So I just in case you do happen to pop into the chat one day and see that your name is not blue anymore, it's because obviously, like, you know, I want to keep moderators here that are active. Even Rabbi I think is a moderator now. I think is as well when he comes on. I just, you know, because of the problems that we're having in the chat, because you should have seen the amount of comments that YouTube held back. I was going to screenshot some of them and actually embarrass these people, but the vile language, see, I have it set up so there's no vile language. And you should have heard the stuff that that they've been saying about it. Oh, crazy. And then the other side wonder why we get militant and I'm the way I am. Well, if these idiots stop sending me death threats and stop saying they're going to kill me wife and me dog and all of this other stuff that I get sent.
Thank you, dog.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll listen. I'll listen. I was told last year, I hope you die in a car crash and all of this. Like, they're vile individuals. Roy, what's Rabbi sharing with us?
The Doctor Who has finally, you know, too late as always, come up with another gross self-serving statement. Obvious.
And you see, they've actually backed that up, though, because I've got something to show you guys as well, actually. Yeah. You're going to love this. You're going to love this, right? You're going to love this for 2 reasons, right? Because number one, the other side for the last couple of years have said, there is no agenda with the BBC. They are based on talent. Yous are
Right.
all. Yous are just a bunch of racists when you say diversity higher and all. Right. Well, I'm gonna prove something once and for all. Right. And this shatters. Listen, if the diversity inclusion strategy thing wasn't enough to prove that BBC actually had an agenda, this definitely will. But Rabbi, go on. While I'm getting that thing up to show everybody, you just read that statement.
I'll read it. I commented in my own mouth a couple of times.
Oh, Doctor you did. All right.
Doctor Who stands against racism. This is so virtue signaling. That's the thing. Yeah, Doctor Who never had to say, "I stand against racism."
No,
right?
It's always inclusive.
We stand with our black cast members. Again, why are you signaling people out by skin color? You know, the thing that I thought the Dave Chappelle special was really good about is he explained a cycle of violence, of which the black community in America is a part of, and they are suffering because of it, but it's a cycle of violence they're in. This is just saying, oh, there's a group of people that are being picked on and nothing else. There's no, it's a cycle. And if you don't deal with it really, again, John Boyega is one of the few people who talked about it realistically and they came up with ways to move forward, move out of this cycle. Anyways, we stand with our black cast members, crew members, storytellers, and collaborators. If you stand with them, your cast members, why don't you write them realistic characters? No,
exactly.
We don't. For the skin.
If you really do care about them, you will do them justice, and you'd actually write them with a bit of respect, and not actually just shoehorn these characters in and then give them weak story arcs and expect us to get behind them and actually, follow their story. There is no story to follow. Chris Chibnall's a hack, and that statement there, while in essence it is a good statement, but BBC don't need to be making statements like this. They've already proven that they're the most diverse fucking channel out there.
Would never need to say this.
Right? Doctor Who, you look at Doctor Who's history. No, seriously, you look at Doctor Who's classic history. Don't go and tell me that Doctor Who has not been diverse, right? It has. I'm sick of this whole crap. BBC don't need. The companies are losing the plot as well. There's some companies, yes, that I do think that should come out and actually say something because they have been a bit shitty, right? But there's others like the Doctor Who, Star Trek. They shouldn't have to come out, or Star Wars. They shouldn't have to come out and apologise. What are you apologising for? They've been probably the most inclusive feckin' things out there.
Exactly. The first
fucking issue
was Star Trek. The first in America, anyway. I don't know about England. First interracial kiss was Star Trek.
It was Star Trek, you're right. It was. And who was it? Captain Kirk, wasn't it? Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there was a big deal made out of that. There was.
Right.
At the time. And there was even a few people I remember even back in the day that had a problem with it. But he didn't give a crap because that's what he was all about. He was all about diversity. But it wasn't, none of these characters, like Uhura, we love her. We absolutely love her. She had a character arc, you know what I mean? She had development.
Right.
Where's this big racist tweet by feckin' where's this racist thing by BBC?
It's the last two lines that are the worst. The Doctor's always stood for justice, kindness, empathy. These people, these social justice warriors, they love to use the word empathy and justice and kindness, understanding and inclusion. They have no idea. Their personal practices in their lives show they care about none of those things. They care about winning. They care about dominance. They care about power. They don't care about justice. They don't care about kindness. They certainly don't even know what bloody empathy is. They have no understanding. They understand what they want to understand. And they have a double standard for everything and inclusion. Yeah. But then the worst thing is this: we will work to express these views in the.
They're a joke. They're just an absolute joke.
Basically, wave a white flag.
And they wonder why the show is on its last legs. Well, yous have killed it. Get away. No, you know what? Yous reap what you sow. And the failure of the show and the failure of the magazine is all down to you idiots. Simple as that. It's down to all these people that supported it. The BBC don't need to be making statements like that. And it's not disrespecting anybody. It's the truth. Because they've been always inclusive and diverse. Even in hiring staff in the background. But this is what I want to show you before.
What are you saying? The first director.
Yeah, well, we won't go there because, like, apparently that they don't exist, Rabbi. They don't exist. Right, look at this. This is from ITV Studios. You can see it there, the company. ITV Studios is obviously the rival to BBC. Now, I have one I'll show you now in a minute. But as you can see there, you can see this traineeship is only open to candidates from a Black, Asian, or non-white ethnic minority background. Now, if that isn't racism, I don't know what is. Now, that's from ITV. So, BBC would have to follow suit, of course, and they did. And they did. So, apparently, there was a big storm, right? Because BBC also sparks race storm as Radio 1 trainee scheme only open to people who aren't white. Now, again, I've heard people call this reverse racism. I did actually say that, but yeah, as corrected me on it, it's just racism. All forms of racism, it's just racism. This is blatant, right? Now, there is a Twitter account. I don't know if there's a Facebook page as well, but I will highly recommend to anybody that is on Twitter to follow the account Defund the BBC. There's a hashtag going. Please use the hashtag. These people are despicable, right? And it's not just BBC, it's ITV as well, their rival, right? They're all that. Listen, this is going to get crazy. Do not be surprised if Joe Martin or someone that isn't white is cast as the next Doctor.
I think she has to be.
They are going to go crazy with this now because you know what they're like at BBC right now. You know what they're like at Doctor Who. By the way, something blew me mind, right, a couple of days ago. So as you know, I've been watching Misfits with Cheryl. In 2012, Piers Wenger joins, I think it was Channel 4. Misfits was already on for 3 seasons before he joined, right? Seasons 1 and 2, everybody will tell you Misfits is absolutely fantastic. When it gets to season 3, it starts to go woke. I only noticed this when we were watching an episode. Matt Stevens, the guy that's actually one of the executive producers of Doctor Who, was executive producer on Misfits season 3 and 4, right? And they were the most woke piece of shit. It ruined the show for me. Even Cheryl was watching it with me. She says, I can't believe how it's gone from that to that in 2 seasons. Absolutely ridiculous. I guess here's the key. Piers Wenger was the controller of Channel 4, Jordan Series 4 and 5 when the show ended up getting cancelled, right? These 2 lads, right, have already destroyed one show in Misfits, and it's clear to see. You'll see it. I'm not surprised now, but this blew me mind. That's why I always wondered why season 3 of Misfits was always so poor. And then when I seen Matt Stevens' name, it all clicked in. They got rid of the original executive producer and writer, and then they got this gobshite in, and you can see his influence. And no wonder he's coming out defending this shit, because if you watch Misfits series 3 and 4, you will see what he's all about. And Piers Wenger was in charge of Channel 4 at the time, and then now he's in charge of obviously head of BBC drama, and you can already see what's happening there. He's already come out and defended all the woke adaptations of all these classic stories. That's why he was brought in. He was the perfect man for what the BBC wanted to do. And I want to introduce our good friend Balstrek, who's on. We decided to wait on you, pal, because we didn't want to start without you.
Hi! How y'all doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
So when I was getting things set up, you had some kind of little statement from Doctor Who up on the screen that I couldn't see.
God.
Bring that back up.
No problem. No problem. I feel like a Balstrek rant is coming on.
Hang on, let me find it.
I wouldn't even mind. I said to people, if you want to see a laid-back Balstrek, come on to the TARDIS Zone and watch us every Saturday. I think we're going to shatter that now. Here you go, Balstrek. There's that lovely statement from the BBC there.
Okay, let's break this down.
Right.
Noel, am I swearing today?
You can do whatever the fuck you want. There you go.
Doctor Who stands against racism. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's always stood against racism. But it's now racist against that one demographic that we can't even mention anymore. We stand with our black cast members, crew members, storytellers, and collaborators. So you're saying that you didn't in the past. And also, were these people cast because of their talent, or were they cast because of your fucking checklist? I have no problem if somebody, I don't care what gender you are, I don't care what the hell you identify as, I don't care what your race is. I want to know that you're qualified for the fucking job. If you're not, then you're a fucking thief. Oh, this is going to be fun. We stand in solidarity with our black fans and the entire black community. So do the rest of us, even though you say that we don't. Just ask Twitter. I'm not even going to dig into that. On previous streams, I've had a lot to say about that. So yes, I do, but you would say we don't. Oh God, this next one. The Doctor
it gets
has
worse
always stood for justice. Social justice now. Kindness, fuck off. Empathy, fuck off. Understanding, fuck off. And inclusion, fuck off. Fuck Chib. Fuck Doctor Who. Fuck the 13th Doctor. Fuck the poser ideologues. I came up with that name in my video. We too will work to express these ideals through our stories. No, you express propaganda and practices now and always. R.I.P. Doctor Who. Fuck all of you. How's everybody doing today?
That was fantastic.
By the way, no, there is good news.
There is?
For some reason, I don't know how it happened. My Google Drive uploaded the 2 episodes. I sent you links.
After all of that.
After all that, I don't know how it did it. I thought I cancelled it. Colin,
do me a favor, send me the link because it'll be easier. Send it to me on Twitter because it'll be easier for me to watch it through the Google Drive. Actually,
already done. Check your phone.
No, Balstrek. Listen, I couldn't have said it any better myself. You're right. I mean, that statement itself is that whole statement itself is ridiculous. They talk about inclusion. Well,
everything's ridiculous.
The beginning of the show, the creation of the show. Who was behind the creation of that show, and who was directing that show?
It was created by. Well, the concept was a white man, but the show was effectively created by a woman.
Yes.
And the first director was Muslim.
Exactly.
You fucking idiots.
I know.
Oh, yeah. And Noel, I just put out a video on this. Check out my video. I'm back for the first time in 3 weeks. Did you know that the Doctor can now be animals?
Yeah. I did. We spoke about it here. I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I know. It's getting ridiculous. I don't know if someone said to me this is... Who wrote that? It was RTD, wasn't it? Yeah. Someone is saying that's RTD taking the piss out of Chibnall. I'm starting to think it's not.
Right? I honestly think it's not.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that now. Because if these two were so concerned about the show, like I've been told, well then why haven't they made a move? Because it's getting worse. Doctor Who magazine. Also, I don't know if you know Balstrek, because obviously you have been busy. Obviously, I know why, but I won't say that. But I know you've been busy. But I don't know if you know this, but did you see that a couple of people associated with Doctor Who magazine were actually begging the fans to buy the magazine because the magazine is struggling. The magazine.
Fuck you guys! You dug your own goddamn grave. Karma's a bitch. You're fucking done. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to buy your woke shit. Nobody's going to watch this show. The BBC is getting defunded. You are all going to be unemployed. Karma's a bitch. I'm sorry, Noel. I've definitely got you demonetized. Fuck you.
I don't care because you're right. You're right. It is ridiculous. And by the way, for any of those people that defend it, I will just say that during this pandemic, the supermarkets have been open. But I will say this, if you're going to say, well, the magazines haven't been delivered to the supermarkets, well, then you have no excuse because you can actually buy it on digital copy. There is no reason why this magazine should be struggling, but I tell you why it is. When the show is not doing too good and the fans have walked away, of course, the magazine is going to struggle because they're both linked. And Ballstrek is right. I said it a few days ago. Karma is a bitch. You deserve everything that happens because we've been telling you for 2 years that if you go down this road, this was what was going to happen. All you have done is slate and ridiculed us for 2 years. So do you know what? Enjoy our show. It's not going to last anyway. You have actually ruined Doctor Who, and we will never forget this. I will never forgive Chris Chibnall for what he has done and the BBC for pandering to a vocal minority. And that's all they have ever done. And this statement is an insult to the legacy of Doctor Who because it has always been inclusive. Okay, I just don't get that statement. It's one of the most ridiculous statements. Even Star Trek as well. These companies, these people that are behind these shows, you need to stop apologizing. You haven't done anything wrong. Most of your stuff was a product of its time, and I'm sick of people coming out and apologizing. Stop apologizing and sort out the issues at hand. Everybody is deflecting away from the actual issues and actually trying to use this to destroy pop culture and other things that are out there instead of actually solving the issue of racism around the world. It affects around the world. Yes, America, everybody looks at America because America is supposed to be this country that we all look to. You know, it's supposed to be a superpower. It's supposed to be the country that we all strive to be. And right now it's hurting. But instead of everybody coming out and apologizing for being white and apologizing for not being inclusive in TV shows and stuff like this, sort out the bloody issues.
Oh, and apparently, according to Twitter, SpongeBob SquarePants is now gay and he's anti-cop.
Jesus. But you want to get rid of? What's that?
Paw Patrol. Yeah, they want to cancel Paw. They already canceled Cops.
I'm telling you, the police box has to go.
It's going to go. And I'd say let it go because that's the only thing even remotely resemble as Doctor Who.
Yeah, I want them to do it. What's that? You mentioned about the Doctor being an animal. No, I just showed a thumbnail from a live stream last week. I love this picture. Oh, where'd Noel go? Bowles, you still there?
Oh, I'm still here. Okay, I guess it's just us now.
You see the dogs dressed in Doctor Who. Got Ricky Gervais say, apparently the Doctor can regenerate into an animal now. And the dog says, oh, surely that's just RTD trolling chips.
Yeah, I doubt it now, though.
No,
I doubt it, to be honest, because if these guys are concerned, why are they? No, you don't let the show go down this long.
I'm waiting for somebody to accuse me of being anti-animal now, which everybody knows it's.
You're gonna have PETA on your back now.
Yep. Somebody better tell Lexi.
Jesus, it's ridiculous. Look, it's all getting ridiculous now. The Doctor cannot regenerate into an animal, right? The Doctor shouldn't have regenerated into a woman. I'm sorry, it just didn't work, right? And you have room for any other woman to take the role, to be quite honest, even though you might force the agenda now. But you have room to. You have tainted it by casting Jodie Whittaker. If you actually had to cast an actress of caliber, we would only be criticising the writing here and Chris Chibnall. We wouldn't be criticising the actress because an actress of caliber would have the grace and know how to actually treat fans as well. You know that fans would have concerns and would say all the right things. She hasn't. She has tainted it now. I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, the experiment has been absolutely spectacular failure. And I think the ratings, and even though we are, saying karma is a bitch, it is sad to see Doctor Who magazine in the state that it's in.
Yeah,
but
it is.
as we all have said, you reap what you sow. And we've been telling you this since Jodie Whittaker was cast, that this was a bad idea, and this was all for propaganda. It was propaganda. Listen, Chris Chibnall's era is all about propaganda. And let's be honest here, it's probably the most perfect piece of propaganda you can. He's outdone, and people will disagree with me on this one, but I think he has outdone Disney when it's come to Star Wars. I think he has outdone even the people behind Kurtzman and others when it's came to Trek. I think he's outdone them all.
Yeah, but if it's perfect propaganda, you wouldn't know it's propaganda.
Oh, I must ask, why does Daniel Radcliffe not know what a word that will get Noel in trouble is?
Because he was very upset with J.K. Rowling for saying, listen, having my lady parts is a very, very important part of me being a lady. And then he said, how possibly can you say that, you bigot? Have you not been following this?
I wonder how he actually feels now to see the cast members of of one of the most successful franchises out there, of her books, coming out. And listen, whether you agree with J.K. Rowling or not, she is, and I think this is where we forget, she's entitled to her opinions. She's not being malice in any. I don't think there's a bad bone in that woman's body. I think she's just trying to defend her own gender, and I don't see anything wrong with that.
There is something wrong with it, Noel. It's I can't really say 2020 yo anymore because 2020 has kind of degenerated into a complete horror show. So I now refer to it as current year yo.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Good news for you, though. 2020 could end sooner than we actually think, because apparently, according to the Daily Mirror, we have actually interpreted the Mayan calendar wrong, and we're actually all going to die next week.
Oh, well, okay.
So if this is the last of humanity, I'm sorry that it ended on such a shit year, but it was nice.
Let's count the amount of times that the world is supposed to end in my lifetime. Okay,
Yeah,
so it was supposed to end in 98.
Yeah.
I remember that. We were all supposed to die. 99, we were supposed to die. 2012, it was assured we were going to die.
Yeah.
They made a movie about it.
Don't forget Y2K.
Oh, yeah, that was 99, 2000.
Right.
So, and there was supposed to be some apocalypse between 2012 and now. And
then Planet X, then in 2015, the whole conspiracy of Planet X happened, and then Planet X was going to enter our solar system.
Oh, okay, yeah, 2015.
In 2018, then they changed it to 2019, and now they've changed it again. Listen, here's the thing, though. Even though those people are absolutely crazy nutballs, right? One of them at stage is going to get it right. You know what I mean?
The end of the world.
It will.
It auto completes to the end of the effing world. Actually, great show. One of the few British shows that the Mayan calendar was wrong, and so the Sun, the Express is saying it. Oh, New York Post is saying it.
There you go.
Well, everybody, it was a good run. Sorry that humanity had to go
here's
in a
the
complete
thing, and I just want
fire,
to add to something, though. Here's the thing, though. I just want to add this. NASA did say 2 weeks ago that a meteor the size of the Empire State Building, the size of it was some state in America, but it was huge, right? That it was going to pass the Earth. All of a sudden, now we're getting all these articles about the end of the bloody world and the Mayan calendar. I'm just thinking maybe there's a bit of a connection here. Maybe, I figured it out. This is why all this bull is happening. It's to distract us from the fact that we're all going to die.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's cheery. Okay. Well, I guess that a good distraction, but yeah.
Well, I tell you one thing, that would be the most logical and straightforward. No.
Okay, so this is why the world has to survive. I'll tell you A very, very important reason. Doctor Who may be gone, Star Trek may be gone, Star Wars may be gone. But my son, my 17-year-old son, is in this agricultural college. Also, it's not really. They get up, they work in greenhouse. But anyway, so he's very much into that. And that we are about this close away from legalizing weed here in Israel. So if that happens, we are going into business together. He will be growing, I will be doing the marketing. But here's the idea we had over Sabbath, which I think everybody can get behind. Weed-infused matzo balls. Who would not want that? Now that I can see that having a mass potential. So we got to survive to get that into production.
Okay, it's legal here.
Okay.
My city is about to open up its 5th pot store. It's awesome.
A 5th? What one store? How many stores do you have?
We've had 2 since it was legalized, but 3 more are about to open.
So, I heard it was like a disaster in Canada. They legalized it, but
oh yeah, it was a shit show.
Yes, as you would expect. You see, we're talking kosher cannabis, kosher edibles. I'm talking in the chat there. I could get some like real religious stuff. You can do date honey from the Holy Land. I can see all this stuff going. I really can. We have to survive. We must survive.
We'll all move to Israel.
That'll be it. Because he's so into like the science of it. That we got all the stuff I don't understand, but he's very much into the science of growing. So I am so up for this.
Man, someone said trademark that idea, Rabbi. Right, listen, guys, I don't want to keep you all because I know everybody has a busy day tomorrow. Bolstrek just said you're on with me again tomorrow with Robert Meyer Burnett, yeah?
Yes, actually, I am. I'm doing 2 streams back to back tomorrow. So I'm doing yours, and then I'm on yours at 6 p.m. UK time, and then I'm on with Spacebook at 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's kind of what I do now. I don't make my own videos. I'm like a permanent guest streamer, but that's okay.
Yeah. But here, listen, that's great because people could still get to hear your opinions. But people do, and I just want to just let you know though that people do miss your videos. And
they're still around. They're just every few weeks now.
Yeah, and obviously we've seen that some people have been celebrating the fact that you haven't been on. And even
I dedicate my video to you people. Oh, well, no, we have a new word for them that I officially trademark.
Right.
Hashtag poser ideologue. That describes all of them. That's what they are.
100%.
So when they start doing that, we're going to get hashtag poser ideologue trending because that's all they are.
That sounds great. Here, actually put that hashtag up now. Throw that hashtag up. That is a great one.
And as soon as we start the episode, I just have to disappear for a few minutes because Lexi is she has to do a doodle. And there's been a shooting in Atlanta now.
Oh really? No. Oh, my wife's from there.
All right, I better tell Cheryl. Actually, is this just at the happening now?
Tweets are about 2 years old. Atlanta shooting is trending.
Hold on, I'll just check because I don't want to. Because she's already it's our country. She's already a bit. We've tried not to watch as much because it's getting too.
Stay away from the damn news.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it's. I'm not going to go into it here, but it's not good.
By the way, my hashtag Michael Jackson Vindicated is actually trending as well.
Well, he was found innocent 15 years ago. Well, no, he was found innocent 15 years ago today. That's why it's trending.
Oh.
Fuck. It looks like. It looks like this one was the cops. God damn it. Although this one was an actual altercation, but.
Where's this trending? I don't see this on my Twitter feed. What's going on? Why can't I see it?
It's trending in the U.S. Looks like it happened last night, but a black man was resisting arrest, and it looks like the cops may have killed him.
Oh,
fucking hell!
Oh, hold on. I think that's the video that Cheryl showed me on Young Turks. It was on Young Turks. She
Yeah,
showed
it was
me
yesterday.
he's actually begging for you. If it's the same one, I'm not sure now. I'm not 100% sure, but I seen one last night where the cop got this young lad, black lad, to basically put his legs crossed behind him and crawl towards him, kneeling up. But because he couldn't kneel properly, he kept saying to him, "If you don't do what you're told, you're going to be shot."
Okay,
You can hear the young fella, and he's begging.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
seeing the video right now. Okay, those cops or that cop needs to be taken out and fucking shot. Things aren't bad enough, and you have to do this.
That's the same.
But
so that is the same video.
The problem is this: the training time to be a cop is like what, 12 weeks?
Actually, it is. This is why there's a problem in the U.S. And I'll just do this very quickly before we start. But in the U.S., training is terrible. That's why you have idiots like this making it through. Canada. But I have to give you an example of an alternative view. In Canada, it's the exact opposite. You are going through months of psychological training to be vetted, to even be able to train as a police officer. And if anything is off, even slightly, then you're blackballed. That's why we don't have this kind of stuff in Canada. You don't hear about cops beating the crap out of people in my country. Why? Because we have training. There are a lot of good cops in the US, but your lack of training and lack of proper vetting is exacerbating the issue. So yeah, this is a lack of training, and there's obviously no psychological testing being done. Learn from Canada's example. We have the best police training in the world, and for the love of God, adopt our strategy.
Oh my God, I'm watching the video now.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Yeah, he's right. Let's change the subject. But
sorry, guys, I brought that up. That was
my bad.
No.
I can see why you brought it up. I'm just have to say that myself.
I've been I've been out of the everything for the past few days because I've been busy. But holy crap,
See, this is what this world. We just need to sort it all out.
If only we had more celebrities that will tell us that they're sorry, everything would be better.
Everything would be better if you just shut the hell up. If you're sorry, then here's an idea: quit and give the job to people that you speak for. If you don't, then shut the hell up.
Oh,
and that is my last word.
Those actors and actresses that actually took a role. If you believe that a person of color was supposed to get that role and they chose you, will then give the fee that you got for that movie to that person if you feel that sorry about it as well. Why don't you just give all your money to charities as well while these are pathetic human beings coming out and people taking the knee as well. I have nothing to apologize for.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I know there's an issue, but I've nothing to apologize for. I just want the world to be a better place. And yes, I will help in any way possible, but I'm not going to virtual signal out of my arse. If there's real action that needs to be taken, if I need to vote on something or whatever I need to do my part, I'll do it. You know what I mean? But all of this virtual signal is not actually helping. It's not actually getting us anywhere. Right. As Ballstreck said, anyway, enough is enough. I'm ready anyway. I've got this episode set up. So, Rabbi, whenever you're ready to do the countdown, is everybody ready in the chat now?
Let's give everybody like a minute. I'm just getting set up over here.
Right, and also, guys, don't forget, 41 of you is watching right now. Do us a favor. Yeah, we've got a good little audience today. If you could do us a favor and give the video a like, obviously the stream
right now,
and share it as well, if you don't mind. The more support we get for these, the better. And we do enjoy these. Sorry, we kind of chatted for an hour and 20 minutes, but listen, you know,
it's YouTube, baby. It's what we do.
Yeah. I do a lot of yelling. That's my MO.
Because we always have a discussion about something else. So, yeah.
Next week, the episode, if you can make it, is Remembrance of the Daleks. We went through that as well. We wanted to get everything sorted out pretty quickly.
Yeah, so Paul Trek, it's Remembrance.
And I think it's timely because it does show how classic Doctor Who did deal with racial issues. There's a very important scene in that episode, and it's very subtle, but it's done wonderfully. But yeah, we need to start. So as soon as you're ready, then I'm just going to have to disappear for just maybe 2 minutes. And I'll be right back.
All right, just give us 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I just want to add. I forgot. I just want to get the memory. Make sure that I've got enough memory now once I play this, so there's no hiccups. Positive news says problem being AIDS.
Well,
there's a new.
I'm saying
new Centurion. Was this coming out? Who's writing it?
Oh, by the way, yeah, we'll talk about it another time. But the whole Looney Tunes thing as well is ridiculous, isn't it?
That's all crazy. It's all crazy.
It's getting ridiculous now. Right, I'm. This is loading up now, so we should be ready to go any second now. Just why is it downloading? No download. It should just play. Why is it still downloading? I cancel. I don't want to download it.
Yeah, let me try. Let me try it from the link I sent.
No, it's grand. I had it there. I have it. So it's all good. We're ready to go. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Fine. So I'll do the countdown.
Yeah.
We all ready in the chat? Okie dokie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now.
And enter the kaleidoscope, and I'll be right back.
There you go. The cheapest makeover of titles of all time. Where they essentially just put it through a rainbow filter, right?
Yeah.
But it was the 80s, so and they were running out of money. Woo! So this was the season finale. Eric Saywood wrote this. Oh right, I forgot about that. Yeah, he based it mainly on this book about a funeral home. It's really quite strange. I remember that. I remember when they filmed this. It was freaking snow everywhere in England.
Yeah.
I love the fog. Do you reckon that's real, or do you reckon it's dry ice?
I'd say they used a bit of dry ice, but I reckon you never know though. If down the countryside it was kind of like that, so
right, could be.
Never know, but it does. The way it's blown, it does look like it's a bit of dry ice, or maybe a fog machine.
So right now we're watching I think the biggest problem with the story is Nicola Bryant's costume. Far too much of it.
Well, it's in the snow. She's in the bloody bleeding snow. What do you want her to do? Walk around?
They all talk about freezing in the cold, where they make the Doctor, where they make Doctor Who. Oh, that ice was real, though. Dialogue between them. Yes, change something more comfortable, Perry. I mean, she's literally asking if she can slip in something more comfortable. What more can you ask for?
See, there, Colin Baker, he's okay. You know, he doesn't annoy me.
Right. That guy must have been cold. Who the guy who's had a hand in the water? That guy must have been freezing. Actually, the thing I really notice about Colin Baker is that even in really ropey stories, and there are a few of them, his performance is normally very, very strong. And Nicola Bryant's actually, for that matter.
I will say they are a good team.
Right.
And they seem to be very close today as well.
Yeah. She just had an animal rescue thing she was talking about.
Yeah.
And then he was on there.
Yeah, she put a photograph of the two of them up.
Wow, he's so young. The guy from Starcos, what's he called?
He was in that English show, Keeping Up Appearances. He played the unfortunate Mrs. Bucket's husband.
Right, and of course he was in the in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Afterwards. No, I'm talking about the other guy. Played Colin Davis in Star Cops.
It's Mr. Bucket. Yeah, but because she liked to be called Mrs. Bouquet, didn't she, or something? Yeah, she tried to be all posh. It's a great show.
Trevor Cooper, that's the guy's name I'm trying to think of. So she was in Upstairs Downstairs, wasn't she? Yeah, she was. Who was it? Let me look her up. Okay, those rebels sneaking in are not too stealthy, are they?
No.
Oh, she passed away in 2012. Age 73. Oh, good for her. Listen. Yeah, she played Ruby, the kitchen maid.
The name is the weed plant. Ah, yes. Love it.
They call it Purple Kush.
I'm back, and my girlfriend's on screen.
Yeah.
Too much clothes. Even though it's freezing out, too much clothes.
I think you're going to have a bit of competition there with Rabbi now. You know.
I know. Maybe we can join forces.
I
So what do you think of the cloak?
Mm-hmm.
It was. Perhaps they were trying to hide the rainbows at this point.
It would have been.
Yeah, I realized that costume wasn't working by then.
One thing I got to say about Nicola Bryant, I believe she's 59 or 60 now.
Yeah.
She looks to be maybe 40.
Exactly.
Yeah. She looks well. She looks well.
And she always seems like such a happy person too whenever you see her on interviews.
Yeah. And she's an animal lover, as you know.
Yep. See, what I like about this story is with this season, season 22, they were trying to take the show in a different, more adult direction. And earlier episodes were more violent, but the actual story and the themes touched upon in this episode is probably the most mature Doctor Who ever got. This is unlike any other story from the classic series. And it's dark.
Right. Well, again, I think this is what Eric Sayward did. He basically was. What book did he rip off when he made this?
Oh, and Alexi Sale. Who remembers Alexi Sale's stuff?
Oh, I remember Alexi Sale. What bizarre casting!
I have that entire show on my hard drive. That's back when the BBC made good comedy.
Yes.
If you haven't checked out Alexi Sale's stuff, even though, yes, it is dated, it is awesome.
We don't remember last time, do we?
And you'll notice one thing that's different about this story as well is it's one of the rare stories that doesn't really focus entirely on the Doctor and his companion. There's this whole other story going on, which I think works really well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them trying to break out Stengos from Tranquil Repose.
Yeah, they're focusing more on the supporting cast. And this is, had Doctor Who not been kiboshed right after this was filmed, this is the direction they were going to take the show. You can tell that in the Big Finish reconstructed, I think, like back in 2009, The Lost season 23.
Right, Nightmare Fair. What else?
Yeah.
One.
Can't remember the names. I haven't listened to them in years, but I just remember I'm like,
there's one that's pretty embarrassingly bad. The Ice Warrior one, that is so cringe. That is like super cringe.
Actually, I'm gonna look this up. What were the episodes, Doctor?
I'm looking right now. You got Nightmare Fair, Mission to Madness.
Yeah, that one's
Leviathan. This is a big one anyway. Hollows of Time, which was horrible. Oh my god, that was so bad.
I think that's one of those.
Good. And Point of Entry.
Yeah, some of the I think the first three actually had finished scripts, the three decent ones. The other two, I think all they had was just the basic concept, and Big Finish rewrote it from there.
Well, Paradise 5 made it to a breakdown. That was by P.J. Hammond, the guy who did Sapphire and Steel.
Another brilliant show.
Yeah.
Except that wasn't BBC. That was Channel 4, wasn't it? Or is that ITV?
This is a really weird opening with this like disheveled, falling apart guy.
Mm.
Like I said, dark.
Yeah, it really is.
And my throat hurts after that yelling spree at the beginning of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
We all thank you for it. Terry Malloy is very good in this, isn't he? As Davros.
He's the quintessential Davros, and he also he plays Davros darker in the story as well.
Right. Well, it's a very macabre sense of humor going through the whole thing. Apparently, it's based on the book The Loved One.
Don't think I've ever read it.
No.
I love this camera work here.
War book or something.
One thing that sucks is this was an early DVD release, and I think this is might be the only original release that didn't have a special edition. You can really tell the standards are.
Hang on, I'm looking it up. I think you might be right, but really?
No, this one took forever to come out in Region 1 too. I think like 2 years.
It's just so weird having Lexi Sale in this. You're right. There isn't a special edition. Wow.
No.
That's sad.
Well, you know, but it does have good extras on it. It's got 45-minute making of, and then like behind the scenes CGI effect. Oh, this has this version has the new CGI effects on it, by the way.
Yeah, I think I think this was the first one to actually have a decent assortment of extras because the first releases had nothing.
Right, exactly.
But the
first one.
The extras are good, but I'm watching the Region 1. But yeah, compared to everything else we've watched, it's not the best transfer.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's everything's going on Blu-ray now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very Doctor Who idea having the DJ, and like it's just like what? It's so weird.
It harkens a bit to season 24 because you could tell they were also trying to throw in some absurdism here. But here it actually works, whereas season 24, it's just awful.
Right.
Well,
Elvis, I'm surprised this wasn't censored out in Region 1.
I'm not a fan of Elvis anyway. Think he was overrated. Ballstreck's channel is up on the live chat there. We will be throwing the channels up as we're streaming, obviously, folks. And if you have any comments or any questions you want to ask the panel in relation to the story that we're watching right now, further away, and I'll throw them up on the screen.
I love that we just got introduced to the white Daleks for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The reverb that they're using on Davros's voice just ups the creepiness factor.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Ellen Braun, I forgot you were so good in this.
Daniel says the DJ feels out of place. Good story though. Yeah, the DJ kind of does annoy me, but you know.
It's part of trying to set up just a very odd, unsettling tone for the episode.
Yeah,
and I think the vibe switches back and forth, but I think it works.
So here's a question: do you think that they got Alexei Sayle in and then wrote the part, or wrote the part and then got Alexei Sayle?
I think it was that. Yeah, they wanted to have Alexei Sayle.
Yeah, because I feel like the part was written around it. This whole fascinating private life of Davros and the Daleks, where they have to make money and stuff. It's so wild.
And you could really tell that this was directed by Graham Harper.
Yes, you can.
The two best directed stories in the classic run.
Yeah, 100%.
It's actually too bad that Moffat didn't use Harper. But he used different directors because he wanted his show to visually look completely different from RTD to distinguish them.
Well, it did that.
Problem being has a question there for you guys.
Did you say that? I don't think you said that.
This one's for you, Rabbi.
Yeah.
Wasn't Ella Braun in another? Yes, in
City of Death.
City of Death, or like a scene.
I love seeing.
Yeah, at the very end, that was a deliberate cameo, but it was so cool and just out of nowhere.
I actually love that story, City of Death.
I love that whole season.
It's a story Russell T Davies used as a template for what Doctor Who would be.
And it's Richard from Keeping Up Appearances.
Right.
Another brilliant British show. Clive Swift, who also appeared in 2007, Voyage of the Damned. Passed away, I think, 2 years ago. But it's hard to see him without seeing Richard Bucket.
I know, that's what I was saying, keeping up appearances. I love it.
That's one of my feel-good shows. If I'm having a
Yeah.
terrible day, I will put in any disc of Keeping Up Appearances, and it just cheers me right up.
It was. She's fucking crazy, she is, and the poor husband. Fuck's sake.
And Patricia Routledge is in her 90s now, and I believe she's still acting.
Yeah, she was doing a detective thing for a while. A few years back. Yeah, she's still bleeding going, that woman. She's a national treasure.
Yep. I think there's debates on this, but I think Keeping Up Appearances might be the best sitcom the BBC ever put out. Maybe tied with Fawlty Towers.
Oh, they took another one of it. They took an episode of that off iPlayer.
Yeah, they did. The Germans, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. I've got the DVD. They don't understand humor. And Fawlty Towers had a very specific type of humor.
If they tried to feck with Father Ted, I've got the physical.
Oh, that is the line they can't cross.
No.
Well, in fairness, if you're going by the madness of today, there's a particular episode that deals with racism that they do, that if these people felt that it upset them.
Dude, they just took Gone with the Wind off streaming.
Yeah.
They canceled Gone with the Wind.
Well, no, the thing is, yeah, you're right. They did take it down, but apparently they're going to throw it back up, but they're going to put a disclaimer on it.
Yep.
Now, I don't know. Like they're saying they're going to put the movie up the way it is, the way it was made, because they feel that if they actually did edit the movie, they said something. They released a big statement anyway, but it's going back up anyway. But it's going to have a disclaimer, like most of these things, like what BBC did with Doctor Who as well, because people felt the need to have a bit of a moan and bitch about the same things over and over again. Just look, if you don't get it, if you don't get that they were trying to be funny, and you know. I think John Cleese summed it up quite well. Did you actually see his tweet, Baldstrick?
Which one?
Well, he put up several where he basically called BBC out and says BBC don't actually hire creators anymore. They
don't.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Who said that?
John
Cleese. He came out and actually broke his silence on the Fawlty Towers thing. And he basically went on he wrote several tweets where he basically hammered the BBC. I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, have you? Okay. Yeah, he wasn't happy. Whoopi Goldberg apparently has come out and said that it was ridiculous that Gone with the Wind was taken down as well. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Well, at least there's a lot of us that are saying anyway, and we'll still enjoy it for what it was supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah, was it? Just going back to the episode a minute. I really love the how petulant the Doctor is when he gets his watch broken.
He wouldn't even help her off the wall. Look.
Yeah.
Look her. Oh, she's down. I have to say, is that a set design? Because if it is, it's actually pretty good, isn't it?
I think it is a set design.
Yeah, it's a set.
Apparently, Nicola was cracking up at this bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, man.
I love the music score in this as well. So again, it's very Keizo Androzani, but it's very yes, it really just fits the story.
They were very good. Look. No matter what we say about it and stuff, there's one thing we can say is the music in certain stories just absolutely spot on. I mean, they had their own, what was it, BBC Radiophonics play, where they created all these sounds themselves.
Well, what I really like, because the Radiophonics took over the show with Tom Baker's final season, but starting with Peter Davison's final season and definitely going into this, they started creating much darker tones, which gave the show that feeling of unease, which I think is what makes Doctor Who Doctor Who.
That sounded a bit like not is it John Carpenter.
Yeah.
And then it sounded like The Thing, that the start of The Thing. Then.
Yep.
Very good.
There's a John Carpenter esque version of the Doctor Who theme floating around on YouTube.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
And then, of course, for the Sylvester McCoy years, it became a bad techno keyboard remix.
Yeah.
Although that improved by season 26, but the first two seasons, my God,
I will say this: I do have me criticisms of both Doctors, but I will say I can concede the fact that they weren't actually given a proper go at
it. They weren't, because they both worked out brilliantly on Big Finish, and Sylvester McCoy worked brilliantly in his final series.
It is, even the filters that they're using and the lighting that they're using is just perfect for this.
Yeah, that's all Graham Harper.
Yeah. Graham, also Star Cops really did well from them as well. See, this is such dark dialogue, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it lets me open, I'm going to know the name and function of each organ that pops out. Really?
And Harper loves playing with depth of field, which is something that you don't see much of at all in Classic Who.
Right.
It's like he gets so used to just the static tripod images, but then you have something like this where there's more camera movement than you would normally have. Different angles. Some of it is handheld.
Yeah, I love Clive Swift and Voyage of the Damned. It's actually one of my favourite Christmas Doctor Who episodes, I have to be honest. And I love that scene at the end when he realises that he has money and he can buy himself a house and a little garden. It just, seriously, it was heartwarming. See, you can have your danger, you can have your threats in Doctor Who, but you can also have those moments of happiness. I mean, that was just, I was so delighted for him.
And to this day, it's still the highest rated New Who episode.
Yeah, it's a great, well, we have Kylie Minogue in it.
I think the highest rated episode is still episode 2 of City of Death, because everything else was on strike.
Right.
That guy that's playing the DJ is great.
Lexi Sale. And this was really creepy. All this body horror.
Yep.
The glass Dalek.
See, they had imagination back then. You know? They even though, the late 80s gets criticized, you could see in some stories that they really did try. BBC kind of screwed the show over by not pumping as much money into it either. It's such a shame, actually. Go ahead, Ballstreck. I know you wanted to say something there.
Oh, yeah. No, I was just going to say, although this probably didn't help with the hiatus, because one of Michael Grade's complaints was that the show was getting too dark and too violent. And this is the last episode filmed before the hiatus.
Yeah, that was just an excuse.
I think it was Time Lash that was airing when the hiatus was announced.
Blimey. This is a great scene.
This is fantastic.
He almost should have made Graham Harper showrunner.
Actually, that effect wasn't too bad.
The damn DVD keeps freezing.
We're on 28, 32, 33, 34.
Oh no, I got it. It's the video's freezing. It's either a problem with the disc or my crappy Asus Zen drive. Zen my ass.
Oh, we've just lost Rabbi.
Uh-oh.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Sometimes he's saying he has been telling me he's been having problems with his internet. It's not very good where he is at the moment. So he will be back. Love the Crystal Dalek, says Max Anderson. Yeah, that whole scene was actually very good. Sadako 24 Meta says, like I said, Harper was probably the best 80s producer we never had.
Yeah.
Even the dialogue, so far superior.
Yeah, I'm just transfixed in the show.
Same.
And you can tell in this, Eric Sayward is mimicking the style of Robert Holmes. Because Holmes was always really big on secondary characters. Max Anderson says, I would take this over any episode in season 11 or 12. I would take a tape loop of leaf blower noise over that. I stole that from the Poser ideologue base.
The acting is superb, actually. This whole scene. She's very good. I love the makeup as well. Well,
And I think one thing that gives this season a different vibe was the fact that they went to the 45-minute episodes.
yeah.
So it's a that's it gives the stories a different feel because you have a different story structure. Where rather than dividing it into 4 or 3 as they would later on, they could let it breathe. So it's almost like 2 separate episodes. So, similar to the style of the 2-parters in New Who before it went to hell.
Yeah.
I take a tapeworm over Series 11. Yeah, David Rayner, I agree. So you notice we're we're 32 minutes into the story, and the Doctor and Perry aren't even involved in the story yet.
I know.
I think that's really clever.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, you could do. This is the perfect example of how you could do a story without actually having the Doctor involved that much. Same with the Christmas Invasion with David Tennant. I mean, he wasn't in that episode that much, but we're on the edge of our seats all the time.
Or Blink.
I like Blink. It's overrated though.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
It is. I think there's better Weeping Angel ones, even though they got ridiculous later on. But I think the two-parter with Matt Smith, The Time of the Angels, wasn't it? And the other one, what's it? Forest. What was it? No, what was it? Forest.
See, now that you got me thinking about it, I can't remember the name either.
What was it? It was. Hold on. It was.
Yeah, and those. And Keon, you're right. Those. I was saying this last week actually. Those 45-minute episodes lead to some underwhelming cliffhangers when they were recut to 25-minute episodes. There must be a compilation of those cliffhangers online because literally they're just random, and it's just. And I said at the time, because I first saw these divided into 4 parts, thinking the stories are good, but they're just not trying with these cliffhangers anymore. They didn't even bother editing in the sting.
There it is there, Sadako. Well done, mate. Thanks for letting us. It's Flesh and Stone and The Time of the Angels.
Clive Swift plays a great villain.
Yeah, he's a nasty piece in this, isn't he? Actually, especially in the second episode, he's a nasty. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if Rat Boy is okay.
Yeah, no messages.
Oh no, there he is. Must have read
Hello,
it.
sorry about that. My internet went out.
Oh, hey.
Okay, we are
we can stop talking about him now.
Yes, Rat Boy is back.
I was watching this. I was waiting for my internet to come back. I just love William Galt in this. He's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't been really talking that much either because we've been sucked in.
Right. I didn't realize I lost internet for a while.
Yeah. And like what I was saying before you came back, Clive Swift plays an amazing villain.
Yes.
He was such a great actor. Nothing like Richard Bucket, to put it mildly. Or Richard Bouquet.
Yeah.
Depending on your interpretation.
Well, she liked to be called Mrs. Bouquet, and then everybody at the postman. Do you remember Mrs. Bucket?
Yep.
Loved it. See, I tell you, man, I'm sorry. I don't mean. I suppose every generation, different generation, probably say it, but I think we truly grew up in a golden age of television.
We did. Although I believe Keeping Up Appearances is one of the shows that took up Doctor Who's budget because the BBC wanted to, when it finally got axed in '89, the BBC wanted to focus more on sitcoms. Yeah. And there are actually 3 brilliant shows that I think got Doctor Who's budget. Keeping Up Appearances, One Foot in the Grave, and Waiting for God, because they all appeared at the same time.
Yeah,
right, the year after, and they're all 3 are brilliant shows.
Oh, I love One Foot in the Grave as well. Oh man, yeah, he actually stars. Your man, what's his name? That's in One Foot in the Grave. I forget his name, but he actually stars in an episode. Yeah, he stars in an episode of Father Ted.
Yep,
right.
Yeah, and he gets bit and he beats up Father Ted.
And Waiting for God is actually a decent series as well. It's not as well known as the other 2.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one, to be honest with you. I'd have to check that out.
It's a lot more obscure, but
Yeah.
it stars Graham Croydon. You remember from Horns of the Nimon.
All right.
Great. Yeah. It's he was up to play the Fourth Doctor. He was one of the options.
Yeah.
Richard Wilson, that's who it is. Richard Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Richard Wilson.
Who's also appeared on Doctor Who.
He's up Father Ted. He does his bleeding fantastic because Father Ted goes over to him and goes, "I don't believe it," and then kicks the crap out of him.
Yeah, I know that is.
It's brilliant. Oh,
although that's one show I've only ever watched the final episode once because it's so depressing and so out of touch with the original show. That's the only issue I have with One Foot in the Grave. Although it was a very dark comedy, but I think in the end they went a little too dark.
yeah. Yeah,
We've never seen Davros being kind of like seductive before, which really he is here. Are we coming up to the cliffhanger? I think we are.
We're about 7 minutes away.
Okay, so personal story about this cliffhanger when we see spoiler alert, we're going to see the giant statue of the Doctor, right? So that was on stage at a Panopticon around that time when I was there. I jumped up on stage in between panels to have a photo taken with it, and I nearly knocked the whole thing over.
You bastard.
But I didn't.
Okay.
And I sweated.
It's like, oh shit, you would have gone down in infamy.
Oh no.
You would have gone down like the people that torched the tapes.
Yes.
Well, actually, no, I think they'd be hated a bit more. Goddamn BBC.
Carl Huell actually met Richard Wilson, and he says, when I met Richard Wilson, he was wearing a shocking pink shell suit. He was probably doing something for charity or something. Yeah, legends. I'm not messing. We truly did. And I know every generation says it, but we truly did grow up in the golden age of TV.
No, man. What somebody in 2020 or 2019, they don't have anything. Even the things that used to be good that are still around are crap.
They've gone. Yeah, they've all gone to the
Just like when I look back at the really the past 2 decades since the 90s, although maybe it's because I'm old, but there's not a whole lot to be nostalgic about because everything is so watered down and corporatized, or at least that's what it was, and then it went woke. And even shows that would have gone down, like Game of Thrones, will be forever sullied by the way it ended. Oh, no, actually, I will say Breaking Bad. We had Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was, yeah.
And good New Who.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We do have some things. I mean, it hasn't all been doom and gloom, but compared to what we had, I mean, it was just like a conveyor belt of great show after great show, great movie after great movie. There was not really much controversy, you know what I mean? You know, some movies would be criticized for probably being too violent or something, but I mean, other than that, you know, you didn't have your people with their placards giving out about certain scenes and stuff like that. Everybody just enjoyed it for what it was, which was to entertain.
Oh, and apparently SpongeBob is now asexual.
I thought he was always asexual, wasn't he? I mean, I know he was like this big gay icon. Like the gay community really likes SpongeBob.
Yeah,
I gotta get it. Who doesn't like SpongeBob?
I don't know. He's having a bit of a reinvention today.
Oh God, really?
I don't.
He was so innocent.
I brought my daughter to see the movie, not the latest one that they brought out, but the one that they brought out with Antonio Banderas or something. And yeah, I'm not a fan of SpongeBob. I'd rather, you know what? I'd sit there and I'd watch Scooby Doo, that movie, over that anytime. SpongeBob just wrecks me head. I just don't like SpongeBob. Listen, if SpongeBob has become a gay icon, fair play, you know, but it's ridiculous. It's what indication has there been in the show to justify this? Has there been any, or is it just the same as like with the Doctor and Yaz in Doctor Who? It's all in their heads.
This Doctor was very depressed and negative.
Yeah.
Very moody.
He was, but do you think that's got to do with the fact that he did have a traumatic regeneration?
Yeah, well, I think that's part of the reasons why he was what he was.
Blue Bonnet says, just checking in, about to get me hair cut. Yay!
I really need a haircut.
Yeah,
same
here, Blue
See,
Bonnet.
now that is what Rabbi almost did.
I really did. It was terrible.
Seriously, I need one. My hair, I've got. Oh man,
dude, I've got a fucking mullet.
Yeah,
Aaron's
not looking great right now.
I tell you, if we were to take the photographs of her hair now and then probably look back in a few years' time, hopefully when all this crap has got, we'd be laughing because they're so mad. Seriously, it's like as if we're back in the 80s. I've got an 80s fucking.
Well, no, dude, you won't be able to talk about it in the future because remember, we're all gonna die next week.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Don't forget, man.
That's so sad. That's sad. But it was nice knowing you all.
Yeah. I kind of like the kaleidoscope effect. It is cheesy, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
But they couldn't afford to change the theme music.
Let me see now. What have we got?
Oh, Eric Sayward and JNT.
The companions on the show. Nicola Bright just put up something. What did she put up? Let's see. Is it another puppy thing? Oh no, she says from now on, it's a healthy vegetarian diet. So
she's doing something right. So yeah, I take her advice.
Wow, whatever. Listen, I have to say she's very. I'll give it to her. She takes no bullshit on Twitter. She says it out straight. Keep your negativity to yourself. My page is all about positivity.
Yeah.
And I absolutely get that 100%. So, you know, a few people have tried that. Listen, even I follow her, and I don't post anything negative about Doctor Who or anything on our page. Why would I? But she's always I just follow her because she's always she brightens up your day. Listen, she always has something positive to say, and I love puppies. I think we all love dogs and puppies. So she's an activist for that. So I'll support anybody. Ricky Gervais is the same.
Well, you know, that's my thing. So
he's a big animal rights activist as well, and rightly so. We should be looking after them.
I am as well. I just I don't really mention it on this social media persona, but that's what I do.
Go. There you go.
Oh, and Blue Bonnet, pictures or it didn't happen. No, nobody's getting pictures of what my hair looks like right now.
No, I don't think he's want to see mine either, especially when I wake up in the morning. Listen, I've never had me hair that it's actually right. I can actually put my hair down. I'm not messing it. I wish my camera was working to show.
I can put my back hair in a goddamn ponytail.
My hair reaches down to the tip of my nose, and it's.
Oh yeah. Oh, mine's past that now. Mine.
Oh, is it?
Past.
Yeah, mine is just at the tip of my nose now. Give it another week or two now, and I'll be down to the mouth because my hair grows very.
Man, so I'm just catching up on news as well. I saw Wonder Woman's been pushed back a bunch till the fall now. What's coming out in August? I guess no movies are coming out this summer then.
No. Well, any movie that comes out this summer is going to get killed.
In October, yeah. Wonder Woman comes out in October, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, they can't go we can't, I mean, some places are still locked down, so I suppose cinemas are coming out.
I mean, at some point, they're going to just have to release it.
But they should just release them anyway, and then they could charge people, but don't be charging them ridiculous prices. You have to charge them the same price that you charge them if they were in the cinema. You can't be charging any more. If you think of charging any more, you can go and screw yourself. You know what I mean? We'll wait until the cinema is open then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And risk getting sick. Who gives a shit? Do you know what I mean? If the movie is good, but you know what? I'm starting to have me doubts about Wonder Woman.
I've got doubts. I've given up on all these franchises.
Now, even though Patty Jenkins has come out herself, she's come out herself and says, "Look, no, it'll be made the way I want it to be made. I'm not taking any bull. I don't know. There's just certain scenes.
Everything that we're watching right now was conceived, written, and shot during the height of wokeness. So it's anything coming out now, at least big budget, is going to be complete crap.
And I apparently heard, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently heard there was a cut done of the movie, and it was actually doing well with fans. But then JJ apparently, obviously, went in there because he's there now.
Yeah.
Apparently, he did some editing of the movie or whatever he did. He put his own influence, and now it's not testing very well with audiences. So
the guy's like a wrecking ball.
He just comes in and he touches. Okay, I will say this, right? I'll probably be criticized for this, but at the time, I didn't know which way I wasn't as aware. But when the first Star Trek movie came out by him, I was over the moon because Star Trek was back on the screen. But I did genuinely think the first movie was actually decent. You had a villain that we did feel sorry for.
The first movie was okay.
Yeah. Now, I will say them goddamn lens flares, but at the time, it was done when not everybody was doing lens flares. Now it seems to be the thing. But the first movie was okay. It was when we got to the second movie and the third movie then it went. But JJ goes in and he ruins everything. I don't have high hopes for Wonder Woman now, and I did when we first seen the trailer. I actually did. I was hyped for the movie, the soundtrack and all. I New Order. Like I was on board.
The DCEU will not be recovering from Birds of Prey anytime soon. No. I've seen that movie. You actually have to see it. It might be the worst movie I have ever seen. It is awful. And not in funny kind of awful like The Room. It's just terrible.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to pace it. I guess when it's on a streaming service I'll watch it.
I got it for free. It wasn't worth that. It wasn't worth the 2 hours of my life.
Time back.
But I wanted to watch to see if what I'd heard was true, and my God, it was worse than you could imagine.
But I just don't understand it, because Harley Quinn in the Suicide Squad, let's be honest, was the character out of that movie that everybody said, yeah, she needs a standalone movie. Yeah,
she needed one done by competent people, not crap. Yeah. I will be right back.
No problem. And that didn't happen, unfortunately.
Honestly, it was so freaking obvious what was going to happen with that movie. That they were going to make it for the male gaze. That's why you have a job. I'm sorry. You can act. That's great. But lots of people can act. The reason that you have a job, the reason you're in the position you are, is because you look beautiful. And yes, I know you don't like it. I know it's uncomfortable. It's still the fact. Well, if you want to go against that and try and just go on your acting talent alone, you see what happens. Especially when
you actresses like that are as beautiful as that. When they're given roles like this, you should embrace it, because you won't only get the chance to do one movie. You'll probably get the chance to do 2, maybe 3 movies, especially if the writing is fantastic. But when you do come out with statements like that, and then you change the costume and stuff because, you don't want men leering at you, well, I'm sorry. Like, that's what Harley Quinn as a character is, but she is badass. She has her flaws, but she also has her strengths. It's not all about how she looks. But as Raboy would say, there's no harm in looking nice to the eye. You would say something like that, wouldn't you? There's no harm looking
again.
Nice.
She thought she could do like a Deadpool, and she just couldn't. The script wasn't good enough. Ryan Reynolds is just like naturally funnier. It's like Ryan Reynolds played into his talents, which is being a very guy.
She is in Suicide Squad too, though, isn't she? As far as I know. Well, if she is, she's going to be written. She's going to be written the way she was written in the first movie. Now, all I'll just say is, if she starts giving out about it, what I'll just say is, look at your bank account. You know, this is what
Exactly.
this is what you're paid to do. And I'm sorry, but that's the art that you decided to pursue. If I was in your position and I was asked to wear a certain thing, listen, men, men have wore women's clothes in movies. You don't hear them giving out or dressed sexy in women's clothes for certain movies out there. You don't hear them giving out, coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I feel like I'm being belittled or being gazed at or being ridiculed or something like that." Don't hear any man complaining about that, except for Robert Patterson, of course, because he just can't bother his arse to actually buff up for Batman.
Yeah.
Which is actually ridiculous. Look, I said it before we start on the second part, but I'm gonna say this: Ben Affleck needs to come back. If they want to do Robert Patterson and do his Batman that way, do it that way. But I want Ben Affleck back as Batman. I want him part of this universe. He was the only character that I actually thought out of the whole lot of them, and Wonder Woman at the time were the two strongest ones because they'd fucked up Superman. Right? Superman started off great and then they fucked it up. It sounds like, I don't know if it's true, but if rumors are to be believed, it looks like there might be some lost in faith with Henry Cavill moving on as Superman. I don't think the executives actually trust him, and it's supposed to be the same with him coming back, Ben Affleck to come back to do Batman. Apparently, they're losing faith in bringing him back as well. I actually think if you get rid of Henry Cavill as Superman, it's officially over as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. I do not care what other characters you introduce. If you do not have Superman, and I mean standalone movies as well. Sorry. If you're going to bring Superman back, I've heard that if they do, it's going to be for cameo parts in other movies. I'm sorry.
Right.
Superman and Henry himself, he has proven himself. I'm sorry. He mightn't to you, right? He's proven to the fans that he's Superman. He's our Superman now. We want him to continue to play Superman. So we want Man of Steel too. Stop dicking around. Give the man a bloody movie. He's earned it. And give him the theme tune as well, because he's earned that as well, as far as I'm concerned. I want to hear that John Williams, isn't it? John Williams, yeah. I want to hear that Superman theme in Man of Steel.
Oh, that'd be great.
He deserves it. He deserves another crack at the whip. It wasn't his fault that his character was screwed up. It was the writers that screwed that character up.
I mean, that's the real problem with the Superman movie in 2020. These idiot hack writers can't do heroism, can't do optimism, can't be good. Everything's dour, everything's bad, because they wake up and every thought in their head every 10 seconds is Trump. That's all they can think about. And it just short circuits them. They're crazy.
Listen, I've grown up with Superman like you all, right? But I've even went back and watched George Reeves' TV Superman, right? I've went that far back, right? Christopher Reeves then in the movies, right? Christopher Reeves is the quintessential Superman and always will be. But I'm telling you, Henry is the closest that we're ever going to get to Christopher Reeves Superman. Nobody will beat Christopher Reeves Superman as far as I'm concerned anyway. But Henry is up there. He is definitely up there. And so is George Reeves. And we mustn't forget George Reeves either, because he had a bit of a tragic end. And I actually will do a stream on George Reeves Superman and George Reeves Superman, because that's something that is very fascinating. There's a lot of conspiracy theories around his death as well. Some are saying it was suicide. Some are saying he was murdered. His mother
he was shot a bunch of times. He was shot over and over again in a hotel room.
Well, he was shot. He was shot in the head, but they did find other bullet holes that were covered up, and the detective.
Right.
So basically,
the story was
he fired 2 shots or something before apparently he shot himself. So the people that were downstairs would have heard the 2 shots, would have ran up the stairs before he even had taken the third shot. Now, another thing that's interesting about George Reeves is that it was an hour before or an hour and a half before they decided to ring an ambulance, right? Now, why would he have been killed? Well, he was going out. He was actually having an affair with a big film producer, not film producer, studio owner's wife. Maddox was her name, something Maddox.
Yeah.
And her husband was a crazy lunatic that apparently had connections all over the place. He could ruin a career like that, right? So apparently he went off to New York, George Reeves, and he met this younger model, and he basically had a great time with her, went back, dumped your woman. She then kind of took a bit of a nervous breakdown, wouldn't get out of bed. And then all of a sudden, all the bad shit started happening to him. He had a movie that he wanted to produce, and then all of a sudden, under the studios would touch it. He say then that was down to your man Maddox making sure that he didn't get any work. And then some people say he got depressed and then shot himself. But then,
who are we talking about? I just got back.
Hollywoodland is the name of the movie with Ben Affleck. So there's a movie, George Reeves, right? So here's the funny thing. This is why I brought it up. So Ben Affleck has played Batman, but he has also played Superman in Hollywoodland.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, that's the movie. Now, if you haven't seen the movie, now obviously I've watched the documentaries and I just haven't watched the movie. But the movie is very clever because it lets the audience make up their own mind of what they think. So they give you different scenarios of what you think might happen to them. And it shows you the lead up. They show you him in the show. They show the scene, the most famous scene that's talked about is where the kid actually brought the gun out and tried to actually shoot him. They do that in the movie as well. Ben Affleck is actually perfect Superman in this movie. You should actually check it out. If you haven't seen a Hollywoodland, it's worth checking out. Ben Affleck, in my opinion, it's superb acting and a great supporting cast. His mother was a right cow. That's all I'll say to you. But George Reeves' mother was a right cow. After his death, she kind of tried to exploit his death to get a statue and stuff like that. It was, it got very messy. But yeah.
Well, the last thing you want is a statue of yourself.
Ben Affleck is a good actor. Have you ever seen the Company Men?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's worth watching. It's not one of his better known movies, but it takes place during the 2008 recession. I think that might be possibly his best movie. Wow. But anyways, I guess we're talking about Doctor Who.
Yeah, Roy, let's get back to it. We'll start anyway. We were just bringing up about Henry anyway, how he should have another crack at the whip, and he should
my guess is this: if the Justice League does well, which I think it probably will, we could probably see the rest of the Zack Snyder universe.
What do you think? Yeah.
Well, Birds of Prey killed off the current universe, so they're back at square one.
Well, they could use this movie, though. If they were clever, they could use this movie now as it was supposed to be originally intended as the platform for the rest of the universe.
Yeah, well, they have to reset it now, so.
Yeah. Right, let's get with this, because Ballstreck and all, like yourself, Rabbi, those guys have to go to bed and stuff and do stuff, and I don't want to keep you any longer, so let's get this
I just got to get it. I had to reboot the thing at the program I'm watching on. Give me about a minute to get it loaded up.
No problem, and if you guys could do us a favor, hit the like button. Also, you could do us a favor, share the stream. That also does help. And don't forget to subscribe to Rabbi and Ballstreck's channels. Yeah. Especially Ballstreck has a video up today as well, so go and check that out.
First one in 3 weeks.
I'm after this anyway, myself.
Okay, I'm all ready when everybody else is.
I am ready.
Okay, I'll do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now.
Kaleidoscope.
And we're off.
Whoever's doing that, that's terribly off key. Was that you, Noel?
Yeah. Woo.
Now, this is the first episode was a great setup. This episode is really pulls it all together. I think this is the first script where they really got used to doing 45-minute episodes.
Colin P. Smith put up 36 watching, 35 likes, and 1 dislike. Yeah, that's me constant troll. We'll always get 4 dislikes.
Yeah, me too. I get automatic, and everything I put out, I get automatic.
It's always 4. It's the 4 same people stalking all our channels.
It's so funny.
Hi, my friends. How are you? I don't care.
Nice
Hashtag poser ideologue.
Nice of you to join us, because as I said, the fact that you are coming in and even taking the time to, you know.
Oh no! Did you see the video I put up on Friday? It's long, going over the all the comments from that troll guy. That you had some trouble with.
Oh, him?
Yeah, I put up like an hour and 45-minute video, just going through all his comments, and he just freaked out. It's so funny.
These people are just, but they need to be called out for that bullshit, because we've said,
Right.
you know.
Okay, so I was just going through his reply. I didn't bother reading it, but I played the video clip that he said that he was referring to show the context of it, and he's like saying, "No, you're lying." It's like everybody can see this. Oh, yeah, Clive Swift.
We're on episode 2, Colin, and we are 2 minutes and 17 seconds in.
And here's a fact as well. This was the final Doctor Who story that shot location on film. Starting with Trial of a Time Lord, they switched exclusively to video or videotape.
We're 2 minutes and 38 seconds in. 39, 40, 41, 42 for anybody, because some are a bit behind.
Well, what does everybody think about this Colin Baker costume? Prefer?
Yeah,
the Big Finish one? I think it's better.
Yeah, I think
it's better. There's actually I saw another one as well. It's a kind of a movie color, I think it is, and they keep it's a cross between Peter Davison and a Colin Baker costume. It's still got the celery, but it's a purple color. It's actually epic. I'll see if I can get the photograph back up and send it to you later. It looks amazing. I think it might be on my Twitter, actually.
Oh, and I found the John Carpenter Doctor Who theme. I'll throw it in the thingy.
Right.
Oh, yeah, do that. I just want to give a shout out to Problem Being as well, actually, because he sent me a few little TARDIS designs. I think they're for the youth. I don't know if they're for the YouTube channel or he was just showing me a mock-up of stuff, but it's actually quite good. Well, I say quite good. It's actually amazing. I have to say, I wouldn't be able to design that and like that. And Ball Streck has put that up there on the chat there, guys, for you to check out. If he's a John Carpenter fan, which I am. Favorite movie of his, actually, while we're just briefly talking about John Carpenter.
The Thing.
Yeah. I agree.
Didn't he do Escape from New York as well?
Yeah. I have The Thing 3 times on Blu-ray.
You have
okay,
you have it 3 times on Blu-ray.
I've got the original Blu-ray release, which has the documentary as a picture-in-picture and feature. Not the best one. Then I have the Scream Factory re-release.
Oh, but that's good.
Which is better, but the color timing is off. But there was a much better transfer done by Arrow Video in the UK. So Scream Factory re-released it, as a steelbook, so it's got the Scream Factory transfer, but it also has the UK Arrow video transfer on it.
Wow.
Which is an amazing transfer.
That movie is a great. Did you see the prequel to the thing?
A few years ago.
Yeah,
Now, in fairness, right? It's not. It doesn't. It's not as good as the original. Never will be. But
No.
you have to admit, though, the director and the people behind it did actually take a lot of care and attention to what happened in the first movie and try to recreate it for the prequel. Because remember when you see Kurt Russell, they go into the base and they see the hatchet in the door and all. Watch the prequel. Watch the prequel first, and then watch the John Carpenter movie. And it actually is brilliant. It doesn't take from it whatsoever.
No, it's I haven't watched it in years, so I have to watch it again.
It's very good. It is. Obviously, they're not using the effects that they were using back then, but it's pretty good. I like it.
Well, I did go back to the episode. I love the silver plated Uzi. They just whipped out.
I know. Yeah,
So cool.
you'd love to get your hands on some of those props, though, wouldn't you? All the same.
Well, getting my hands on a Uzi is pretty easy. I live in Israel. Yeah, they're everywhere. Oh, anything. What is that?
Yeah, there's a bit of a noise down. Is that you again, Rabbi? Are you getting warm? I'm blaming you. Anytime there's a noise, I'm blaming you.
Well, that's fair enough. If it's a noise, then it probably is me.
How's the work going with the house anyway?
Not bad, not bad. The kitchen floor is like 3/4 gone.
Mhm.
They were in the middle of doing everything. Yeah, a bit of Orsini Dalek action. Yeah, that comes pretty good.
Colin has a message up there for you, Rabbi.
Wrong mag location for an Uzi. Okay, you know better than me.
Mac 10, maybe. All right. I don't know me guns because in Ireland, you know,
I love the Daleks all freaking out here.
you wouldn't want an Irishman to have a gun. Just put it that way. Or especially an Irish woman or a wife married to an Irish man. It's not going to go down too well.
People concerned.
But you can get a gun here in this country. The only thing is obviously there's a lot of hoops to dive through before you're even considered. And obviously, if you have any mental health issues, that's that's it. You're not even considered. It's a waste of time. It's the way it should be, but you know, I'm not going to get into that.
I do tend to agree with you there.
The Daleks were a bit blowy puppy a lot back then, says Problem Being.
Yeah.
Oh. Blowy uppy, he says. Blowy uppy. He meant blowy uppy. Yeah. God, yeah, it happens with the old text. Oh, sure, I do it all the time on bloody Twitter. I get slated for it. But I don't care.
Kong, you're right. What Captain Jack needed on the game station was Orsini. That is absolutely correct. So we saw more Knights of the Grand Order over on in other places, right? Let me have a look at that.
There you go. So the TARDIS on YouTube channel and Rabbi ex-territorial army at one point. My personal weapon was a Sterling SMG, aka Star Wars Blaster.
Oh, there you're talking.
I'd love to fire a sniper now myself. You know, it is something I would like to do. But just because I would like to know how it feels to shoot a gun. You know, but if I was to do it, I'd be personal choice myself as a sniper. Because
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
well,
not
that's what I normally use when I'm playing a video
yeah, I
game.
like to take them out on the slide. Same when I'm playing Call of Duty or at 'em. I love the sniper levels. When they have sniper ones on.
I'll use a gun in a video game, but I'm not a fan of guns in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What games do you play, Ballstrike? Don't mind me asking you, because I played the Call of Duty ones. I have World War II there at the moment.
My main obsession has actually always been racing games.
Ah,
The whole reason that I switched from PS4 to Xbox was so I could start collecting the Forza series.
all right. Yeah, I used to play. I'm not very. I have to be honest with you. I find racing games a bit frustrating. But my favorite racing game that I ever played personally was Need for Speed.
Yeah,
Undercover.
I have the entire collection.
Yeah, I love those games actually.
I was looking forward to The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's one of the few games I love, but now like forget it.
Yeah.
It was going to be the rare time where my PS4 stopped being a streaming device in my bedroom and went back into the living room. No,
Right.
It looks like it's permanent streaming device now.
For life until you decide to get whatever
I'm going with Xbox Series X. I'm not giving Sony the time of day. I was already leaning that way anyway.
Yeah, see, I watched after Az was here on this channel. He obviously had to play. I was there in the chat when he was doing the whole thing live. We were watching the games that he introduced. I have to say, they didn't look like next gen at all. And then the excuses start flooding in. Well, give it 3 or 4 years. No, I'm sorry. This should have been ready and prepared for us. That's why it's called next gen.
Are you talking about the disaster of a press conference or a reveal?
No, they did the whole. They did the reveal. They showed the
the reveal. Although to their credit, they admitted they screwed up.
Yeah, I have to say,
Sony did not admit they screwed up. Sony, the PS5 is going to be a disaster.
nah, they have a dry version as well, and then they have a digital version. Is the new thing.
I'll just say that VR never took off.
No.
Yeah,
we're watching the episode.
I am anyway. But again, I just love all this like weird manipulation.
Yeah,
it's just so bizarre.
and there's the John Carpenter music. We'll just say,
right. I mean, it's a really weird. Like, why is Davros so incredibly weak that he has to talk somebody into assassinating this person? Why can't he just? But yeah, there's a real internal fortune between this and Revelation. We're going to be Remembrance that we're going to be watching next week. But this is very clearly a very small band of white Daleks being taken over by like the grey Daleks. But by the next story, everything's inverted.
That's a good point, actually. Problem being, the composer watched Blade Runner a lot.
I bet you're right. Yeah. Well, it's that era, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'll be with Ballstrek on that one and get an Xbox this time.
You know, I have no plans to get either. To be honest with you,
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I might turn to PC because everybody is telling me it's far superior. Obviously, it's going to take me a while to get used to it if I did, but
It's more expensive, isn't it?
Well, I mean, nowadays you can kind of set. Well, I wouldn't have a clue, but I have friends that do. But they could build me a computer that would be cheaper than actually a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, Series X or whatever they call it.
I do want to interrupt you. He went down well, that guy. That was a great Dalek death just now.
Yeah, Daniel. At the end of the day, these fans that give out about that episode or that story, it was a product of its time, and you're right. It is a terrific story.
I'm going to give you a preview of my video I'm doing tomorrow morning. It's talking about like erasing your past. So just so these idiots can understand it, imagine this: 20 years from now, these idiots' kids are all upset with the color green. Green is racist. Wearing green is a racist. They want anybody who wore green in the past is a. And is it any different to how we feel about this stuff?
Yeah, yeah, good point. This scene's great. Wow.
Yeah. I just love watching these Daleks. They're I love how they twitch.
Because they're a little bit insane, I would say.
Yeah. They're very uptight, highly strung.
And the thing about it is, Davros sets himself up to be this all-powerful, creator and scientist and stuff. But as you can see, he actually isn't. He's always in weakened positions. As you said, uses people, especially in this episode. The manipulation is unbelievable. But he always tries to manipulate a situation and always gets others to do his dirty work for him, uses other people.
Well, that shot just now, the Dalek eye stalk coming in the foreground, freaking awesome.
Oh, that's it. Just drag him away. Now, don't forget to take his uniform.
And gun. Okay, can I just get a series with this guy? This is awesome. I want the Orsini Avengers.
See, he's clever. He's figured out as well that something's not adding up here. So, like, he doesn't want to be killing anybody until he finds out what the hell's going on. This story is actually, listen, I'm not a fan of Colin Baker, as you know. I can appreciate a great Doctor Who story when I see one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually better than my memory of it.
It actually is. But I think what makes this better for me is the fact that Colin Baker is not actually featured heavily in this story.
He's in it quite a bit. I mean, really?
Well, he's been in the first episode. He was kind of in and out, but they focused on the others. His face there is.
I do like they're kind of equals.
nice comment there just threw up on the screen, and spot on as well. I mean, you let it slide because you know it was a product of its time, and obviously, you know, as you said yourself, it's one of your favorite stories. I just wish people were a bit more sensible, like yourself, when it comes to uh, when people start judging our pop culture. People need to be as level-headed as yourself. So, thank you for that comment. Fantastic.
You know, I could. It's the same thing as saying the Shakespeare play Merchant of Venice should be banned because it's got this anti-Semitic portrayal of was it Shylock in it. Like culture. This is important. Don't go erasing anything because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. You can use these things as well as a tool to educate as well, you know? I mean, look, we don't need to be going crazy. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, she's had enough. This is great. This is a great scene. It really is good. I
Oh,
love that wig falling off. Isn't that brilliant?
yeah.
That's like such a great character moment. Yeah. She's
Now,
good.
was that part of the writing, or was that an actual wig that they put on the character that fell off and they just left it in?
Writing.
See, we just seen a murder there, right? And then they go straight to the DJ.
Right.
That music is just.
This script. I mean, it'll need a bit of tightening up, but would really work as a modern Who story as well.
It has that, like I said, more mature vibe to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, there's a little bit of information about the location. Shots were filmed at the IBM buildings just outside of Portsmouth, UK.
You could tell they had a very modern look to them. Well, modern, like mid-'80s modern.
All the time, right?
Actually, yeah, problem being I've seen a couple of comments there, but I'll put that one up because it's spot on, actually.
And they whiz them around really, really quickly in this thing.
Mm.
Oh, thank God! I'm watching the updated special effects. The original ones were really bad.
Yeah, I got those too.
Oh, he's suffering a bit of the Sontaran death there, as his head deflates. I love that line.
Oh, wow.
The perspective is wrong in that shot.
Yep.
They should have just had his legs go over Davros rather than. Oh, I want to fix that. Oh man, it's making me crazy. I bet that's easy to fix. So this was a Dalek model kit made by Sevens they used for this shot. Wonder how many Dalek props they had by this time. Lexicel has one of the most 80s Doctor Who deaths of all time.
Is this the first time we see the vaults coming out of Davros's hands?
Yes. Yes, it is. The previous appearance before this would be Resurrection of the Daleks.
Yeah.
When they broke him out of prison, and he didn't have any of these. But did have Dirty Den in it from EastEnders.
Don't forget to subscribe to all channels there, Rabbi and Ball Stretch channel, please, guys. And I'd like to thank everybody that actually has subscribed to me over the last couple of days.
Yeah, your subs are going up, aren't they?
Yeah, they went up over 100 since I did the stream with Az. So
that shit was awesome, by the way. I loved it.
I still got to check that out.
Really
actually,
good.
well, just put it this way: it's me just sitting there laughing most of the time.
Oh my God, they would never have a death like this on TV now. He
No.
stabbed her right in the heart, full on TV. Like it wasn't done like away from it. It was like very, very clear.
Yeah, of course, that stream was limited, obviously.
Why? Because it's successful.
It actually has done well in the views as well. I'm actually over 1,500 now or something. Like I'm blown
YouTube
away.
are bastards.
Blown away. But anytime I do get on like Ballstreck yourself and Gary, the views do always be very high anyway. So people enjoy these anyway because all week are we still doing a classic lockdown? Because there hasn't been that really said. I say, oh yeah, of course.
Kung said Mary Whitehouse might have a fit with the story. I think she was basically over by now.
Yeah. Well, she would have.
I think she was still alive. I don't know when did she pass away? Oh no, she was still bitching. She passed away November 2001.
Great model shot, isn't it? This is very, what's his name? In Scoons. I wonder who did the effects work on here.
Actually, I think Mary Whitehouse is on one of the special features to an early DVD.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Bowles, do you have this book? Here, let me turn my camera on. This book is the best reference book for Doctor Who DVDs.
I may have to get that.
It's fantastic. So what am I looking up? What story did you say?
Mary Whitehouse. I think it was actually Pyramids of Mars. And I don't know if it was archived or if they filmed it while they were... Because they would film interviews sometimes years before a DVD was released.
Yeah, 1990, okay, 360.
Problem being puts up. Roy Skeleton's Dalek was destroyed. Yeah, he's back. LOL. Only 2 Dalek voices on this story. Can I ask a question without sounding dumb?
All right.
This probably will come across as dumb, but well, you've got to remember I was a kid when this was all happening, right? Davros, the whole lot. But did he ever explain why Davros was actually in the on the wheels, sitting in a chair?
It was an accident. Well, Big Finish explained it.
All right.
Hi, Davros. Yeah, I'm looking at Pyramids of Mars. They had a special feature with her in it.
Super John. Daniel's still here. Daniel says she was on the Deadly Assassin making of. She was on the Deadly Assassin making of.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Just trying to...
Super John says Malloy.
Actually, I think she was on Pyramids of Mars as well because they did a feature on Gothic horror.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's in Pyramid of Mars, but I'm pretty sure Deadly Assassin as well. Matrix Reveal. Yeah.
Actually, in Pyramids of Mars, the interviews are actually quite telling because you can clearly see that there's still a bit of animosity between the director and Elizabeth Sladen about the direction of her character. Because she got to use a gun. If you remember, she got to use a gun in Pyramids of Mars, and Tom Baker and Liz Sladen apparently were dead against that because it didn't fit her character. Apparently.
Yeah, but she was firing at a explosive, not a person.
It still doesn't matter though. I mean, you listen to the people that are playing these characters as well to a certain extent,
right.
You know. Ted. I know what
This
you're
is
doing.
a really great Dalek story, I have to say. It's really weird, but it's a really great Dalek story.
Yep.
Up in the chair. Give me 10 minutes and I'll take you down. Come on, up. I'm not going to be hanging around tonight because we've all been late. We had a nice big chat at the start and we ran out of time.
And then I yelled.
But that was great. That was brilliant. And you're right. Everything you said, spot on.
Check out the scene where you see Bostock climbing up in the background and slowly. Oh, it's great direction.
Bang.
Yeah. And they carried this through from then on. They gave Davros a fake hand, right? When they put him back.
Go on.
I love the fingers on the floor.
I know. It's brilliant.
That's crazy. I can't believe they got away with that.
Yep.
I know, sure, even if you look at New Who, they never showed any blood or anything when they were shooting guns and stuff.
Well, it's like that scene in Attack of the Cybermen with the hand-crushing blood scene.
Right.
So there they wanted to turn the Doctor into a Dalek.
That would have been an interesting revenge.
I don't know how I would have felt about that, but that's an interesting concept, Ari. Of course, the fact that Davros said that under Chris Chibnall, that's actually canon. So don't be surprised if it's revealed that Davros is actually related to the Doctor somehow or something.
Well, it's got to be more diverse. So it's Davros is going to be, I don't know, who knows.
Colin does.
If they did this with Jodie's Doctor, and they're like, she isn't the Doctor. There's no way.
Listen, even though I hate Colin Baker and I have never been kind to Colin Baker's Doctor, he's more of a Doctor.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is the Doctor. Sorry, I'll rephrase that. He is, and definitely in this story, he hasn't peed me off that much.
It's just a great character and fantastically cast as well. So, interesting connection between Orsini here and Sylvester McCoy's Doctor. The Orsini is a Knight of the Grand Order of Oberon. An earlier iteration of that was called the Adjudicators, who were the police force in Imperial Earth in like the 30th century. Two Adjudicators became Sylvester McCoy's companions, Forrester and Quedge. Quaid. The bomb on that.
They did like blowing up Daleks quite a lot in Classic Who, didn't they?
Yep.
Fun.
That was half their budget.
Listen, I know that Colin Baker's costume is bad, but I think he has actually shined in the latter parts of this story. It is a monstrosity. It'll always be a monstrosity of a costume, but I think, let's be honest, I think the current Doctor's costume is up there as well.
Well, Big Finish, you don't have to look at the costume.
No. And they have art for a different costume anyway. I mean, it's a pity they gave him that costume, all right.
That was JNT.
It was JNT all the way.
Even Colin Baker was like, what the hell?
Everybody was, what the hell? This was essentially a screen version of JNT. This was his version of the Hawaiian shirt.
Here's the thing, though. Do you think if Colin Baker had have actually stayed on, if they hadn't have, like, you know...
Oh, yeah. No, I think it would have been fine.
They would have to change the costume. Do you think they would have changed the costume because they would have seen all the criticism?
No.
They would have changed it, or do you think they would have stuck with it?
No, because JNT, unlike current people, actually did take criticism into account. When you look at what he did with the Seventh Doctor, he knew that Series 24 or Season 24 had a terrible reception. So he did reinvent the show for Season 26. And that a lot of that was based on fan criticism and the advice of Andrew Cartnell. So I think he might have.
Him, or was that Andrew Cartmel? I'm going to say that whole change of direction was really led by Andrew. I mean, I can see that John Nathan Turner hired him, and but I think really that whole change of tone was all from the script editor. If they had changed script editors and kept Colin Baker on, I think it would have been quite interesting where it would have gone.
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah, it's a great model shot as well.
Bang.
That's a big bomb in that little box.
Yeah.
Size of a Walkman, circa 82.
He stayed on to keep Doctor Who going.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to take the position because it was considered the chalice of death at the time.
And then those last 2 years, you just got prime Doctor Who over and over again. When we're trying to work out a Sylvester McCoy story, the problem was he had too many good stories to choose from.
Yep.
The worst part of his costume is actually the trousers. The jacket I don't actually mind as much as I did back in the day, but those yellow trousers just throw it all off.
If you wore that with black trousers, I think you might. I think you end without.
I think you'd get away with it, yeah. Just about now. Right, we've only got a couple of minutes to go. We're nearly there. We've made it. We're all still alive.
Yes, and it wasn't time lash. We can all be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Time lash is great for humor.
Oh,
maybe, yeah. When we get our sense of humor back, maybe we will. One day we will have to do it, though, guys. So
if we do time lash, then we've got to make it like a drinking game or something. And of course, they cut off this final line very, very cleverly, I think.
And then we never find out.
Well, Blackpool. Although now I'm like, this has left me reaching for my Nightmare Fair big finish.
Yeah, that cliffhanger, yeah, because I want to know. Yeah, but problem being says Blackpool.
Yeah, it was a Blackpool because it was going to dovetail into Nightmare Fair, which brought back the Celestial Toymaker.
Oh, that was this was the season that never was, wasn't it? This is that's called. What's it called? Season
23A.
Yeah. That was
20. Yeah, no, 23.
I don't know, but it was the concept, and it actually did sound like it was incredible. Some YouTuber, or that I forget, it was an old YouTube video I'd seen, few years back, actually breaks it all down, shows you, I think, concept art and stuff.
Right. The one I've always been most intrigued about is the Robert Holmes autumn story, Yellow Fever.
Yeah.
Set in Japan. That's the one although there's just not enough of it to be able to do a reconstruction.
Right, listen, we've kept you long enough, and we might as well make it short and sweet. So if you want to give us our quick ratings, and then we'll leave it there, because I know you are back with me again tomorrow, obviously, with Robert Meyer Burnett. That's going to be an interesting stream indeed. So go ahead, guys. I'll just let you give you our ratings, and then we'll call it a night.
What are you going to say?
I was just going to say I'll give it a 7.5. Decent but not perfect story. But I like what they were trying to do. They tried doing something different.
Yeah, I'd agree, which is on that one as well. Actually, there's a few sevens there as well. 10 out of 10 by Super John. 8 out of 10 by Sadako. Yeah, so Problem Being says 4. Lowest rating there so far. Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose it's what you're in. Listen, it's not as bad as I remember. I actually enjoyed it a lot more this time round. So 7.5 is actually justified. 6.5 out of 10, 8.8 out of 10, a 6, a 7, and a couple of 8s there. Right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up there because I don't want to keep the guys any longer. So next week's story we have already decided is...
Remembrance of
the Daleks. So another Dalek story. Fantastic. Yay. Right, so we all have that to look forward to. Rabbi, as he said, he's on it this week. So we'll have the trailers out as soon
I'll get this one out ASAP.
All right, and we will, while he's doing the trailer, he'll think of the hashtag. We'll just let Rabbi think of the hashtag because Rabbi actually picks good hashtags. So you can pick a hashtag for it this week. No, you don't have to decide now. You can decide when you're Ballstreck, obviously you got that video tonight, and besides appearing on other people's streams, have you anything coming up on your channel?
I just make videos when I have time to make videos at the moment, so maybe we'll have something next weekend.
Lovely.
Videos will become more regular as we get closer to the fall.
No problem. Well, that's fantastic. Right, guys, listen, I'll let you go. Ballstreck, thank you. It's a pleasure, as always, having you on. And
thank you, my friend.
Go and get your sleep, man, because you've done your bit tonight. Yeah, what's it? Past 12 midnight or something, is it?
Yeah, 12:34, 12:22 for me.
There you
go.
Yeah,
well, I'm going to sign off, but I will see y'all tomorrow.
No problem. Talk to you tomorrow. And Robbie, you too. Good night. And to everybody in the chat, thank you for taking part. All my moderators as well for looking after the chat. Everybody that's liked the stream, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do to all the channels, including my own. And don't forget also, another way you can support us is by sharing this stream. Streams like this with multiple guests, will also help all of the channels in question as well. So as you know yourselves, YouTube is actually making it harder for us guys to get anywhere. So, but I have found that if people share the streams like they have been on Twitter, they certainly shared the last stream. If you do that, it does bring people to the channel. And the more people we have getting behind these classic watch-alongs and the new Who watch-alongs, the better. Now remember, new Who watch-alongs come back next week. We obviously have that in stream tomorrow. So good night. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. And thank you all for taking part. And thank you to all my moderators. Fantastic as always. And thank you everybody that left a comment as well. Really appreciate it. And that's it. Right. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll leave you with this, folks.